begins with the dreamer. Always remember, you have within you the strength, the patience, and the passion to reach for the stars to change the world. Harriet Tubman. A mind is a terrible thing to waste. A mind is a terrible thing to waste. Great mind, soul so strong, been through so much, keep carrying on. Great mind, the struggle is real. Legendary words, they're still here. You can't separate peace from freedom because no one can be at peace unless he has his freedom. Malcolm X. May your choices reflect your hopes, not your fears. Nelson Mandela. Great mind, soul so strong, been through so much, keep carrying on. Great mind, the strong is real. I would not allow my life's light to be determined by the darkness around me. Sojourner truth. When the power of love overcomes the love of power, the world will know peace. Jimi Hendrix. You can't hold a man down without stand down with them. Booker T. Washington. Every time there's a revolution, it comes from somebody reading a book about revolution. Mike Tyson. You have to decide who you are and force the world to deal with you, and not with this idea of you. James Baldwin. Knowledge makes a man unfit to be a slave. Frederick Douglass. None but ourselves can free our minds. Bob Marley. I say to my brothers and sisters, if nothing else we do, let's be tolerant of each other and share love. Dr. C. Great mind, soul so strong, been through so much, keep carrying on. Great mind, the struggle is real. Legendary words, they're still here. Our lives begin to end the day we become silent about things that matter. Martin Luther King. Everything negative, pressure, challenges is an opportunity for me to rise. Kobe Bryant. Despite everything, no one can dictate to you who you are to other people. Prince. Hold fast to dreams, for if dreams die, life is a broken wing bird that cannot fly next to you. Great minds think alike. Each one, teach one.
We know just what we want. We know just what to do. We know we'll do it right. We do it together.
Wonderful song. I ain't gonna like that. Hey y'all, Steve Osborne here.
Kevin Upson.
Welcome to season 1, episode 1 of Freedom Stars podcast.
After Dark.
No, this is the podcast.
Oh, okay, that's right. This is Freedom Stars.
Yeah, I'm gonna say that one more time so they know. Welcome to season 1, episode 1 of Freedom Stars podcast.
The original Freedom Stars.
Right, the one that was a pilot season first. Now this is season 1, episode 1, and we welcome you guys.
To a great show.
To a wonderful show, to a great show. Yes, sir. I agree. I'll drink to that. This ain't alcohol, y'all. This is tea. I said I'll drink to that, so it sounds like.
Mm-hmm.
But as you can see, there's 2 co-hosts on the set, and
The original
that's
2.
the original 2, and that's how it's gonna be. This first episode.
The creator of the show.
Okay, I appreciate that. I can call you co-creator?
Co-creator.
Okay, so creator and co-creator. Teamwork, partners.
True.
Okay, this first episode will be not a reaction video, but a video explaining to you why there's 2 co-hosts on the show now. This is not a reaction video. This is basically an update type of video. Clarification, understanding.
And formally addressing.
Yeah, so if you've seen episode 3 of Freedom Stars After Dark, you'll see where we responded to a rant video that our former third co-host made in regards to a video we made on Freedom Stars After Dark, season 1, episode 3. We were explaining, just like we about to do now. He saw the video and he got in his emotions and just made a very dark, ugly, just not a good video. And we tried to respond to that on Freedom Stars After Dark, episode 3, but it was so dark, like we only made it through 8 minutes of his video and then we stopped. But those 8 minutes of his video, it took us an hour or something of explaining, because the video he made is filled with lies, it's filled with slander.
Which in the first 8 minutes we exposed him.
Yeah, it's filled with a bunch of contradiction. And so what we're gonna do now, while we're here, as we did on episode 3, we're gonna play his video, and what the things that he say that are not true, that are just fictitious, we're gonna correct those things. And that's gonna be this episode. And hopefully,
not that they need explaining,
right,
just to show this fraud for what it is.
Yeah. Then give me 1 second, y'all, to pull this crap up.
And I can tell by looking at him, the thick, dark rings around his eyes, that he's been very depressed. And he really needs he needs a lot of help. So that's why I said, when he out of his own mouth, that this show was his therapy.
And he said this show was his therapy.
If he's not here, he's still going to need therapy.
If this is the thing I think about therapy, whether you're doing it amongst like your your colleagues or whatever, or whether you're in somebody's office, I think it starts with that person.
Yeah,
so
that's why I said he had to look in the mirror.
Yeah, so say if somebody's going to therapy and they paying $100 an hour and they still, like you say, not looking in the mirror, there's gonna be money wasted. So it's on that person. Yeah, it's crazy. So I'm gonna start it. We're gonna do the pause play, as we go along, and then we'll address these things. And this will be this episode. And after we finish this, we move forward, no matter what other videos he make. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know what's what. So here we go. Oh, the volume is, hold on, y'all. Let's play this crap.
Try to set this up like so. I'm gonna be reading off of my messages.
Off his messages.
About these shenanigans that I just heard.
He's gonna be reading off his messages.
Other podcasts that I'm a
He's
former
so
co-host.
He shouldn't have made this. He did it in his
I was already
emotions.
known I was a former co-host before I saw the crap video.
He already knew he was a former co-host.
With the Freedom Stars
He already knew
podcast
he
that I
was
was
a
a
former
part.
co-host.
I'm gonna tell you like this. I mentioned to one of the co-hosts who always acts as the lead, but I know he goes back and talks to his little boyfriend, to get more concise information, because that's what I've noticed him do throughout the entire time that I've known them. And I'm gonna be jumping around a little bit because I just got my notes right here, so I'm trying to remember what their entire video said, and I'm just going back off of the notes I got, so I might be jumping all over the place. But we can't talk about nobody being no leader and being no man when you got a partner or a boyfriend or whatever you want to call it right there with you that you always bounce ideas off of, or that you always...
Okay, so pause, y'all. As we know, people that bounce ideas off of each other, that's a teamwork effort. So
he knows nothing about a team.
yeah, he knows nothing about a team.
We already know out of his own mouth he's not a leader.
Yeah, he said in several of our episodes from Freedom Stars, the policy, and he already said that he's not a leader.
He's a follower.
He has been led by his wife since we have known him, so he wouldn't know what a team is. So yeah, we bounce ideas, and no, I don't say what's what. Kev don't say what's what. It's a group effort. So yeah, I agree with him on
Which he
that.
really don't like. So that means he don't like women, because he really hate his wife.
Yeah.
The way he talked to us about her.
Yeah, it's crazy. But here we go.
that you always bounce ideas off of, or that you always ask advice from, or you ask what you want to do, what should we do, it's up to you. Like, that ain't no leader. So, you know, miss me with that crap. You know, a leader's not asking nobody what do they want to do. A leader's leading.
Exactly.
So that's number one. So don't play with me like that, you know. And since we're going to take on this persona of that's the family that we come from, a family full of leaders, I'm going to start off by saying I hate liars and I hate misogynists.
You hate yourself.
I hate people.
Okay, so him hating liars and him hating misogynists, as we said in episode 3 of Freedom Stars After Dark, like, this is self-contradiction, so that means he hated himself because he is both a liar and a misogynist, and you will find that out through this interview, this video, because this ain't no interview.
Now, hold on.
Yeah.
Not only that, if he hate misogynists and he hate liars, he did 14 shows with us.
Right. So why did he go that far with misogynists?
He did 14 shows, 3 hours, some of them 3 and almost 4 hours.
You said
that shows the liar, that shows the twisted and mixed up mind that this person has at 54 years old.
However old that thing is. But here we go.
I hate people that down talk women and downgrade women and talk bad about women and say that they won't work in a capacity.
And the main woman that he's downing is the one he lives with, that's been taking care of him for the past 20 years, and he's trying to get enough money to leave her.
Yeah. He said with his own mouth, when he was with us on Freedom Stars, as soon as we hit bid, he was gone.
Yeah, and then on top of that, she had a stroke, and he's coming to us, putting her down and bitching and complaining about trying to take care of her.
Yeah.
So now, as a man, his wife had a stroke, and he's downing her and waiting for a chance to make money to leave her.
So is that a misogynist, or what is that? You know what I'm saying? That's more than a misogynist.
He's already a sorry man because she took care of him, and now it's his time to take care of her. He's going to leave her.
Yeah, we've been knowing him since 2008, and she has been the one that has been
the breadwinner.
The breadwinner. Like, it's as we go on through this rant that she made, everything it'll explain itself.
Women, because this happens to be a male empowerment show.
It is.
So you can't even be grown enough or man enough to want to discuss taking the show to another level.
Which he's not.
Okay, so y'all, as we said, we the owners of the show, right? What magnitude or what platform does he have to speak on about taking the show to another level? We're building right now. You got to do it brick by brick. You got to crawl before you walk.
And now
what is he talking about taking it to another level?
We put the show together.
Yeah.
We put the set together. And the only thing she had to do is walk her big ass in here and sit down.
And talk.
And run her pink lips.
And this is the thing about it. I read on episode 3 of Freedom Stars After Dark, I read text messages that we made back and forth to one another. So this person stepped beyond their boundaries, and I'm not gonna read them all right now, but if you know it's necessary as this go on.
Show.
Yeah, but basically what happened, they had a Zoom meeting behind our back with a radio station.
She did.
Yes, with a radio station about our show. Like, and then sent me a text message saying that it said we trying to launch November 1st. So when this person said we, I'm wondering, are they talking about we as in we, or we as in them with this?
She's adding herself to the radio station.
It's just crazy. A common leech.
The radio, then again, that shows again that she's how much of a leech she is, or she's there because we already know those lips are pink from not sucking lollipops. She's already including herself on a radio station that they're launching and bringing her in as a I don't know what you would call a guest.
Just like we launched this and brought him in, so they have.
He's already fixating himself to that radio
and y'all
station.
See that as this play, how they're parasitic, they're a leech, they mooch, they suckle, basically, like, yeah. And then the crazy thing about this radio station that they're with now, when this person gets mad,
we don't even know that because they're supposed to bring him in as a guest. But the way he's talking, like she has something to do with the radio station coming to put out. That he actually did some type of work, and the only thing he's doing is riding and trying to promote. That's
what it is, riding dick.
Yeah,
that's what we call it.
She's good at.
The other crazy thing I want to say, when I start the video and when I pause the video, the radio station, their logo and their name come up. So he's representing them
On her
with
show.
this video. This video is a
Wow.
representation of their show.
Wow, all that negativity.
You see that?
Yeah.
If he made a rant video towards someone else and he had our SOKU, I wouldn't approve of that.
Yeah, and
'Cause
I don't
that's a
think they
representation.
don't even know.
They probably don't even
So
know that she's using his logo.
She's using their logo against their permission. So she's doing a lot.
It's doing too
She
much.
got to go to her mommy. Her mommy gonna tell her you need to take that down.
And this is how they're starting off with another venture.
Yeah, and it's not gonna work.
Okay, y'all.
Enough to want to discuss taking the show to another level.
Why would he want to
If
discuss
there's a
taking
female
our
involved
show?
in the other level, that's misogyny. I hate that. So first of all,
Crazy.
clean your house. How they say, sweep around your porch and your kitchen before you start talking about other people's dirt. And I'm gonna get to that.
And we don't want to talk about the clean the house and
No,
sweep around.
definitely don't want to talk
So we're
about
gonna
that.
keep it moving. Okay.
Because there's two people, that I noticed trying to slam me about this old podcast that I was a part of, but it's just me talking right now by myself. And no, I'm not gonna make them the victim. I'm not gonna make them the devil. I'm not gonna say they did anything and it was all their fault and it was all bad. But of course, that's what you say when you're the first person throwing the ball.
This is she don't want to make us that. She's playing a victim role.
That's why we can't be made the victim. All we did in that episode 3 was explain to y'all why that person is not on the cast with us.
Because she came out with an episode. She called our episode 14 the final finale.
Yeah, basically quit. And we were on, once we had this situation and we went back and forth with text messages, I said, well, we'll talk about this face to face during our next opportune time, which was going to be episode 15, which never came about because this person put our show on their channel and said the finale. So when they say finale, they can't call it the finale of our show because we are the ones that dictate what's what. So they said it was the finale of them being on our show, which means that they quit. And I guess they quit.
And then going to rave about us not letting her come back.
Yeah, so
That's confused. That's so
like a bratty, whiny bitch.
Yeah.
And this gonna be a different show from a lot of shows y'all seen us do, but this is season 1 of it's episode 1 of season 1. So yeah, we about to start just opening up as time go on. And yeah, what you saying? My bad.
I'm just talking about how confused and twisted this bird brain is.
Those are good words.
You're the first person throwing the ball. Because I done talked to females and men about the situation, and they said it was some punk-ass bitches that would act like that and not call a brother instead of posting their reaction on YouTube for the world to see.
What child does? That's so... Remember, this is a 54-year-old person. This dodo bird is
With
using
2
somebody
kids
else.
and a wife.
Yeah. And in the closet.
That's already, you're less than of a man. You're less of a man already if you can't even call me to plan a talk or set up a talk so that we can try to rectify stuff. So let me get to my note.
Now, what they saying about somebody being less than a man to call them to plan a talk or set up a talk, I just said before they said this, that I told them that we will all talk face to face when we have an opportune time. So they went back and still did something.
And she did like a woman, a coward woman. She turned around, and not saying women are cowards, but this woman goes behind our backs and put on a show called the final finale. And then she put this rant out.
And acted off emotion because when this person seen our video, they just went straight to YouTube. You know what I'm saying?
Defensive mode.
And everybody know out of men and women act off emotion. Men that act off emotion are acting on feminine energy. That's woman energy. So that's basically a man acting like a woman. And this person, he constantly repeated how women don't think logically. This is not logical thinking right here. We're just on 3 minutes of the video, so we're gonna try to get this over with. But by the time we come to the end of this, y'all gonna have a clear understanding of everything, and then y'all will know us even more.
Talk so that we can try to rectify stuff. So let me get to my notes that I got, okay? And like I just said a minute ago, I brought up to one of my ex-co-hosts of this Freedom Stars podcast, which is now called Freedom Stars After Dark, which had nothing to do with me. I wasn't even told that the name was changed.
The name has not been changed. We have 2 shows. One is called Freedom Stars, what we're doing right now, and then one that comes after this one later on in the afternoon or in the evening, it's called Freedom Star After Dark. That's why it's called After Dark, because it's later on in the evening.
I just be making sure the screens there would be going dark quick. And the thing that they said we changed it and it had nothing to, we didn't notify. I don't want to go back. Yeah, we didn't have to run that by them. We didn't have to run that by them.
Stupid how this dodo bird
like
thinks.
they need permission for us to, is it okay?
Oh, we need to include her into
we didn't have to include that person.
She already said she knew she was put myself to add in.
That's why I say they acting off emotion like a woman.
Then she just talking around in circles.
Yeah.
She's like a bird with a broken wing that's flying in a circle.
Yeah, that's what it is, a bird with a broken wing.
Didn't even know that there was a new name change, but we're all supposed to call each other and communicate, right? But you got a whole new show, and I don't know nothing about it. So you miss me with that being a leader and speaking up and saying stuff and not, going behind people's back, because that's exactly what you did, cowards. Anyway, I brought up.
Okay, so now we're cowards according to this person.
And she was scared to come to us because look at the show, and then she's saying all this backward, this double talking, silly stuff like a little girl, like a little.
This is crazy.
16-year-old girl.
With us being the owners of the show, any decisions that we decide to make with adding a new show or whatever, we don't have to run that by that person.
Never.
That's crazy. This is crazy. That's why I say this person went beyond the boundaries of where they were supposed to go, because their only job was to show up at the set, have a seat, and talk. That's it. They started doing some other crazy shit. Excuse my language, but yeah, there's gonna be some cussing in this one. They started doing some crazy shit and then coming back to me like they done found the road to Oz or some shit. And we focused on what we doing. If you with us, then all you had to do was just show up and have a seat like we doing right now and talk. That's it. We ain't asked them for.
She was already filled with deception because she's deceiving the woman that was
deceiving the world.
She was deceiving the pitiful, the woman that married her, not knowing all the truth of what's going on. That's
we gonna get to
why
that
this
too.
poor woman is in the state she in right now because of this. The affair that he claims he said she went on his back for 4 years. She got tired of this.
It's crazy.
She got tired. Now we see exactly why she did what she did. She got tired of this.
Y'all know, as a friend, when you get a friend that come and talk to you about problems that's going on in their lives, I think the most common thing for us to do as people, we side up with our friend or relative or anybody close to you, and we automatically believe everything they say because of our connection to them. That's the relationship that we had with him. So there was never a moment. Sometimes there was a little inkling of moments when I would say something to kind of like open that person's eyes more to like, well, maybe
we did
you
that.
did
Remember,
that, or maybe
we said she's showing up at every show that he did.
Yeah, she was very supportive.
It was
very supportive.
We brought that up, and then he would knock her back down.
Yeah, very supportive. So her actions spoke louder than any words that we didn't get to hear her say. Yeah. He did a lot of words with no action.
But we already had put together that we know he was sorry because he wasn't working.
Yeah.
And then when we went to help her move, she didn't bother to lift a finger to help us move her stuff out of the house.
But we're going to get to that too as it go on, so we don't get them too much because this video is going to be kind of long. But you're right.
I'm just adding mention of a radio show,
I'll say
independent radio show that's starting from the ground up. But this radio show is being started by DJs and other male DJs, and they're mostly male DJs, and you'll understand why I'm saying male in a minute. Most of the DJs that are in this
she's already including herself in that group.
Yeah. That's what leeches and parasites do. They coattail riders. That's what's happening right now. They ride somebody's coattail.
A couple of talk show hosts that are doing talk like Oprah and stuff like that. Of course, they're females. And then you have a couple of DJs. They just happen to be men. Now, mind you, y'all, I don't give a damn whether the DJ is a female or a male. I could not care less. Play the music and rock the club, rock the house, rock the party. I don't care what genre you are. I don't care what gender you are. That's BS. So for somebody to not want to work with you because you're a woman, you need to check yourself. And I'm talking about these people, these ex people, my ex co-host that I used to work with in this podcast. And you'll see on their podcast, you'll see all the crap that they try to say about me. But I'm gonna set this straight right now. So I brought up the radio show idea.
So I'm gonna pause that. He said something to the effect of us not wanting to work with women, right? Kev works with women. I work solo. I do hair, and I've worked with women in the past at shops, at jobs I've had. I deal with women, so yeah, it's just like I said. They made this video off emotion without thinking logically, because so much of it just is nonsense. This is really kind of boring, but we doing this so y'all can, see why that third person is not here.
No, it won't ever be here.
A couple of DJs and some talk people. The owner of this situation is a man.
The owner of this situation.
He's a black man. What's up, Tasman? What's up, Master?
The owner of what situation? The owner of what? That, you know what that means? That means he pulled them into this. Because the owner of this situation, and then he giving them a shout out. That's dick riding.
Wow.
And then he got their radio station. Look.
They are going to be offended with that, because this is nothing but a rant.
This is negative. If he started that business out with them, this is already setting them up for failure.
Down, yeah. Already bring down with that negativity.
What's up, Master?
Dick
The
riding.
owner of this radio station, WBVE 108.8.
Wow.
He's a black man. This station is going to be black owned and black ran. The owner is a black man.
This is showing the
one of the
professionalism.
co-hosts.
This is
He's
showing
saying that with a lot of pride and black, so that's racist tones out here.
But
black,
yeah, but this
black
is already showing the professionalism that they're going to put their signature on it.
If they know about this video and they let this sit, this is him starting their video off on a negative note.
Very negative.
Yeah.
Well,
this
horrible
is
stage presence.
This is sissy shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Is a black woman. And then you have some DJs who are males, and you got some talk show hosts who are females. What they're trying to do is brand this radio station to the world. Like a radio station. Start the station, spread out, let the whole world listen to it. Just like you turn on your car and turn to the radio station. But they're trying to do this independently. Black owned, black everything. Now the thing is...
Okay, and that's something. So y'all hear he keep pushing black on the black everything. So first of all, we're SOKU International. It's not black. We're everybody. So he's making this station look like a racist station with this statement that he just made.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So that's wrong. And then furthermore, what I'm going to say, if this was an Anglo saying it's white owned, it's white ran, it's white everything, what would people be saying?
Call him racist.
He's a racist. We need to sue him or something. This is what he's doing, but the other way around.
Yep.
So he's a black racist. If he represent these people and they seen this video, that's saying a lot about them if they let him keep this up on his channel with their logo and then said their names and then said the name of their radio station.
Yep.
This is crazy.
He is insane. Told you she's in the closet.
Acting off your emotions like a woman.
Yep, she's in the closet. She made her just come on out.
Yes. While the owner is a male, the co-host is a female. So my ex-podcast co-host didn't want anything to do with this radio station because it's a female that works.
Okay.
And he can't talk for someone that in a third sense.
Yeah, so check this out. He just said his co-host didn't want anything to do with the radio station because there's a female involved. Mm-hmm. I specifically told him in the text message that we're independent. I told him that if we want to be on a radio station with our podcast, we will start our own independent radio station. So for him to just say what he said, y'all see what things at? We're on this railroad track. They on a whole nother railroad track, and ain't even no train on there. They push, that little thing that they go. That's what they on, and we on a goddamn Freightliner, and they on some bullshit. But we gonna let it play because they made this rant video, and I feel like it need to be addressed. You know what I'm saying? And after this, y'all, we gonna get on with doing how we do. But that person was not needed to be here.
It works in the radio station, not that she's in charge. What's going on, Janice? The female at this radio station is not in charge. She's one of the co-hosts. I
And he
keep
said,
saying that so y'all understand.
Yeah.
The owner.
y'all, he said all of their names, so it's like he's representing all of them. That is crazy.
Wow.
That is crazy.
And I'm sure they didn't give her the okay with any of
He
this.
put people in position that he trusts, that he know
I know she
is
didn't
going
put
to
her
do the
in
right
any
thing
position.
and make this radio
This is
station
crazy.
blow up and be what it can be. Now, I also want you to keep in mind that this owner and this co-host, they already DJ other stations. They're already DJs. They're already out there. And I'm going to tell you right now, one of them is Michael Johnson. And they're both
This is funny. Why is he a salesperson? He's doing a sales pitch? What's going on right now? You supposed to be talking about this situation and you elaborating on something.
Yeah, bringing them into her mess.
That's what cowards do. That's cowardice. It's narcissistic. It's confusion.
Definitely
It's a bunch.
confusion.
It's instigation.
Yeah.
Cause they done pull. You can tell by them putting them in this video. Cause they're supposed to be like, look, this what happened. Like when y'all get this video from us, we not finna tell y'all about no million outside things going on. We talking about it right here and right now.
And this confused,
Piece
twisted,
of you know what.
closet person.
now. One of them is Michael Johnson. And they're both out of Illinois, I believe.
Where
One
they
of them's
from?
Kimberly Patterson. They're both
Wow.
out of Illinois.
Where they from? Now we know where they
Great
from.
DJs. I've known them for over 15 years.
Never heard him.
And
Never heard him
they
mention any of them.
were kind enough to try to offer me
See
a
that?
spot at
Okay.
this radio.
Definitely a big liar. She is definitely a big bloated liar. When she said that she was trying to include us and the show into this broadcast because she just said offered her.
Right.
Did not say
We heard the words me,
and
not
she,
us. Yeah.
or Freedom Star Podcast, which is us.
Yeah.
She did not say any of that. She said me.
That's crazy. I gotta figure out how to not make this screen go blank so fast.
And he's probably got that bullshit.
The
on.
phone don't want to play it. Like, how can y'all get this over with?
In this radio station, because I was on a podcast that they were interested in, they took a peek at it and they said, that's exactly
Because she was on this podcast. Because he was on a podcast. Because he was on Freedom Star Podcast.
Right.
Something that he had no control, nothing other than just participating with.
And having a conversation with it. You know
Yeah,
what I'm
with
saying? I
somebody
mean, not
else.
with it, but having a conversation about it with me. Like so many other people there's a lot of people that knew that Freedom Star was coming to existence. And you know, he's just another one of those people. But like I said, this person stepped beyond their boundaries. They whether they know they're wrong or not, they just kept pushing forward. Running with a ball, but running the wrong way. And they never took accountability, like, you know what? I shouldn't have did this, I shouldn't have did that, I apologize. Instead of them doing that, they retaliating and fighting with no purpose.
exactly what needs to be on a show like this. It's black owned, it's radio, and it's three black men over here talking about their problems. They trying to work out all their indifferences and all their stress and all that. That's exactly what we need on this radio show. D. Jones, go holler at your co-hosts and ask them if they're interested in, doing the podcast on the radio station. Are you guys live yet? And I was like, no, we're not live. We're still doing pre-recorded shows because we're just starting. Right now, and we only did.
So this what lets you know that he's stepping beyond his boundaries too, because we told him that for the remainder of this year we're gonna do pre-recorded shows, and we told him starting in 2026 we're gonna go live.
And we said that on air.
Yeah. So yeah, he's just doing too much.
So, right now, and we only did the episodes that I was on, that my image and my voice is on, is only through episodes 1 through 14.
And that's
so I'm
14
all up in
shows.
there. And I'm going to get to all that later why I'm saying it like this, because I just saw a video from them that was some BS. And I'm going to try my hardest not to curse on here, but I don't like nobody coming for my character and trying to test my integrity like I'm a punk.
What you
But then
are.
you can't get on the phone and you can't meet me like a man and talk to me like
How
a
you gonna
man,
meet him
but
on
you
the
gonna put
phone?
all your rebuttal on YouTube. You acting like we some big time celebrities and we can't see each other. And it's like, bro, we know
So
where
that's
each
what it
other's at.
felt like
All
when
we
you
had to do was
returning
talk.
those texts.
But you wanted to put your rebuttal on YouTube and broadcast it to the world. So I'm going to put my...
And it wasn't even a rebuttal like that, y'all. Like we said, it was just an explanation. We was letting y'all know why this person is no longer on the show. It wasn't no big, great debate. Like,
but she had already said that, because when I saw that little thing she made with saying that it was a grand finale, she pretty much was saying that was the end of her.
Yeah, we didn't tell that person to go put finale. That's something that they concocted in their emotional, feminine mindset. We didn't say that, but when I seen it, I'm like, okay, finale. Okay, it's not the finale of Freedom Styles because we dictate that. So that's when we seen in this video that they said the finale for them. So yeah, this is just crazy. And it's amazing that you really went and took an hour and 48 minutes of your time to make this rant video.
Instead of going doing her Uber Eats.
Yeah, you could have been driving DoorDash, girl. Like, girl.
Oh, since you said that, what about the videos?
Oh, we're going to do that too. Yeah.
Don't forget about those.
Remind me, I got a hit from a radio station. Good friend of mine who's starting the station, who was like, I want to be a part of it with your podcast, let your boys know. And, I let them know. And basically, this is what one of the hosts said when I told him, I definitely don't want no females above this project, nor as mediators or conductors of it.
That's right.
But they can absolutely be viewers and subscribers. I'm going to stop right there and say, ladies and gentlemen, and I'm telling you this for me, D. Jones, if you ever find out that I don't like a certain race of people or a certain gender of people, please tell those people not to support me.
So that means that person doesn't need nobody supporting them because they just said it, right? Because I know of races of people and genders that they don't like. So, okay, let's... And
she's going to say that. When she calls us attacking us, she's showing it. Action speaks louder than words.
On any kind of earth, can you not want to work with a woman, not want a black woman involved in your business?
Black woman.
But you want her to be involved in liking your business and subscribing to your business and promoting your business. So
okay, I'm gonna pause right there. So as I said in episode 3 of Freedom Stars After Dark, okay, so as y'all know, I do hair. We done ran shops for over 20 years, and just as I said in this, which I agree with the text message of mine that they just read, in the line of work that I did, I never had women above me. I never had women conducting or mediating my business, and they came to me as customers. That's the same methodology with this podcast. I ain't say nothing wrong. You got some women that own businesses, they don't want a man above their business or mediating or conducting it, and it's about choice. And I hate to say, even with races, you got some white people, they don't want black people high, or mediating or conducting it. That's their prerogative. And as he just said, their radio station is black, everything. What is that saying? He ain't say it was integrated or nothing like that. So this is a contradictory within itself. But that message that he read, yeah, that's accurate. I have female clients for years that nobody, I didn't have to.
Stylists.
Yeah, I didn't have to answer to women. They didn't mediate or conduct my business, and that's all I simply said. But this is what I'm gonna tell y'all. All of the time that it took this person to create this negative, dark ass video, why they couldn't be doing something positive, like making their own podcast or trying to find their way through life?
Or trying to make some money to help their wife out.
Or trying to pay your way so your wife ain't got to carry most of the load. Let's talk about those things. You trying to break us down, but do you know how far we've come with this? For some minuscule piece of bullcrap, burnt piece of ashy ass, whatever, spreading this negative. I'm sorry, y'all, but yeah, I'm coloring outside the lines right now. And I'm not angry. I'm just irritated and disgusted.
I'm disgusted with that.
I'm irritated and disgusted.
We tried helping this confused twist. And like I said, the first episode, when you was describing to her, just trying to get her to see that she's looking for a man and a woman.
Yeah, if y'all look at the policies and the Freedom Style podcast.
This is getting serious. This is getting deep.
Yeah, what we were doing on our set, we were doing therapy, because before there were textbook therapists with college degrees and everything, you had the regular way of life. Before all of this college and all this existed, we helped each other, knowing the person that, you know me, I know you. And it's so much that we don't want to say too much at one time because this is a pretty long video that she put together. And we were basically trying to get this person to see that with all the stuff that they complained about their father, with this therapy that we were doing, we were structuring things so that we could eventually release it. Even with what I went through with my father most recently, I'm supposed to be the one in the frenzy. This thing here is complaining about some shit that has happened decades and decades ago.
And then still getting help from his mother and his father.
Mommy just helped this person get the car that they drive today.
Yeah,
you know, so why are you
old.
complaining? You know, your father maintained a well life for you guys. Y'all, you lived in Germany, you lived in Korea, all these various countries, you know. We lived in the
on
hood.
top of that, his dad, as a man, showed him a better way to
be a person. Yeah.
And
that's what it is.
He can't even compete with his dad. He's
That's
not even the
what
same.
it is.
Yeah, he's not even the same ballpark with his dad.
Outside of the butt whoopings, he complained about nothing else with his life. So he's using the butt whoopings as an excuse to be a failure in life. His dad laid out a perfect example of how to be.
And he followed behind his dad by going to the service, but he was so much of a closet queen, he couldn't even add up to that.
It's crazy. So this is one of those classic people that point their finger everywhere else instead of looking in the mirror.
In the mirror.
So they
That's
blaming
right.
that down. We was trying to get this person to see, like Kev said.
I think he was trying to come out on the show.
Hey.
When you show him that. Well, when I say this, I'm positive. There's no way that a woman can be a man and a man can be a woman, regardless of even that gender change and stuff. But he didn't catch on that you were saying that you're looking for a man. You said
That's what it is.
You can be submissive to a man, but when you was pointing that out to him, I think he was waiting for you to come out and say it.
And this is the thing, the person that he was complaining about the most, basically throughout all the podcast episodes, or the majority of them, because we talked about everything within each show.
And that came back to what we was talking about.
How could it be that the person that you despise of the most, the person that messed you up the most, that's the energy that you're seeking from a female out in the world? He labeled his dad as an alpha male, right? You looking for females to give you alpha male energy?
That's the cover up.
That's crazy.
He's actually looking for a man.
Well,
The woman is going to be his fall guy to say that, okay, I'm in a relationship with a woman, but he's looking for a man.
I'm gonna say this to that: if that's what the case was, we were the perfect people to be around during those situations.
That's what I said. Well, she crashed out when that whatever happened between y'all texts when you were getting on her about calling herself taking out the podcast to a radio station. That whatever happened right there, you know how most we know queens as well, so this is not offensive to not offended any attacking any queens. That's how queens act, from what's the name of that club?
Marquette.
Yeah. That's how that.
Marquette is a hood gay club.
You know how they get offended for the wrong thing, like they think that you're attacking them when you're not really attacking them. They get on the defensive.
It's feminine energy. It's emotional.
They get on the defensive. Mm-hmm. That's what she did. Yeah. And she got on that track and she couldn't see nothing else but the fact that you try to put her in her place. Yeah, and if you're gonna continue on this show with us, this person, then they just need to follow the suit. That's all. That's what it was, but she didn't want. That's what it was. I'm telling you, that's crazy. Exactly what it was. That's and then this rant, like I said, this rant is just angry queen, nonsensical. Like an angry queen, like an angry Marquette queen.
And to promote you. But you don't want nothing to do with her. So you're going to quietly take her subscriptions and take her support, but then you're going to be on the podcast talking crap about women and how this is a male empowerment show. But bruh.
Wait, who said anything about quietly taking anybody's subscription? Where did that come from?
And talking crap about women. And then he's been on 14 shows. Lord. He's been on 14 shows. And you can hear what came out of his mouth. Lord. So like I said again, that's the liar, and that's the misogynist. Lord.
Because when y'all look at the episode of episode 3 on Freedom Stars After Dark, we never insulted him. We never called him a misogynist. We never called him a liar. He's basically letting them know that this is who he is. That person, that energy didn't need to fly with us. You know what I'm saying? That energy did not need to fly with us. And that is why it's not here. Yeah. There we go.
show, but bruh, you can empower yourself as a man without downgrading women. I've been through all kind of crap with females, and I've been hurt in 10 million ways, and I'm never gonna stop loving women.
Listen at this liar.
I'm never gonna stop liking black women, white women, Puerto Rican, Spanish.
And we the one taught her about
Japanese,
what she's looking for. She might find in a Spanish or a white woman.
Because what this person told us is that they tired of black women. This is just, what we're telling you is factual. They told us that they tired of black women. They say they tired of their wife. We said, hey, maybe you'll find what you need in a Spanish
female. And
female.
That was on episode 1.
Probably so. I don't know. We did 14 episodes, so it's in there. But we said maybe you'll find what you need in a Spanish woman or Asian woman, because those races of women are known to be more submissive than the black. How you say black? Than the black woman. So we told him that because he told us that he was tired of it. Okay.
And because we mentioned that some of our other friends are with other
Asian women and Spanish women, and they still together after years. And you don't hear no complaints. There's no such thing as a perfect relationship. Just so we have that clear. You know what I'm saying? Every relationship is going to be met with its challenges and ups and downs. But when you get with somebody and when you marry that person and you say you're going to be with them for better or for worse, then that's what you got to do. You can't wait till you try to get some big time money from a podcast and say you're going to leave her.
And then your wife has had a stroke. And needs your help.
And she had a stroke.
Took care of you for 20 years.
This shit is crazy. But that person didn't need to be here. And I can't repeat that enough.
What the hell ever. I don't care how much they hurt me. I'm never gonna stop loving them. Now,
you don't care how much they hurt.
I want you to take this into account too. I'm not.
So he never hurt them. Because you see, he's still saying victim. I don't care how much they've hurt me. And Daddy hurt me. And Freedom Styles Podcast hurt me. Everybody hurt me. And you don't do nothing.
The victim. Always the victim. She is hilarious.
So the people that I'm also talking about happen to be gay men who don't want anything to do with women.
How can she answer me for anybody?
This person speaking for us. I need not say nothing, y'all. I guess they can read our minds, because if they do. I'm telling you,
she wanted to be in this circle. She wanted to come out. She wanted to come out, and she wanted to be here. Because you remember she kept doing this?
Yeah.
She was ready.
She was good with this.
She was ready to come out.
This would have been a perfect atmosphere, and we would have been the perfect people. If that's the case, this would have been the perfect setting.
Now that opened the door for it.
Hey,
for the video.
All I can say is, do you.
No, show the videos that she sent you.
I'm gonna wait till they start reading them text messages. Because isn't it a part coming when they gonna get?
I don't know. I didn't watch the whole thing, but I'm just saying that she's attacking. She's already called herself attacking us.
Okay, so there's some more gonna come. We're gonna do it. Because when I do that, that's gonna come from
You made several mentions of black women. Go back and look at the podcast. I'm not gonna say anything.
She's so stupid. And then they're gonna say everything she said.
When y'all go back and look at the podcast of trying to see what this person's saying about us, y'all gonna see the contradictions and lies of this person.
Yeah, expose this dumb idiot. She's exposing herself and giving you the ammunition to expose her.
I don't believe that this is real.
That's a dodo bird. That is a complete dodo bird.
And this is action off of a video we made explaining to y'all what happened. This is foolishness. They call this tomfoolery. And that's what it is.
It's gonna be a lie. If you catch me lying about anything, check me on it and I'll correct myself. Go back to my page. And the reason why I put
just trying to get people
the podcast on my page.
So they say go back to their page. So that means they dig riding us and they coattail riding us. So
that's clickbait.
Yeah. Oh, let me go here, because a lot of people like negative energy. And I ain't gonna even lie to y'all. When I looked at the number of views, they have 40-something views, which for me, I think that's the biggest views they've ever gotten. And since I've known
10 years.
If I'm correct, they haven't posted anything in 10 years, because the YouTube channel that this person had got spider webs and dried up shit on it. and with this person getting with us, we brought them life. They IG page. After they leave here, they go home and they pose and, got their son taking pictures, just all of it. I'm like, okay, I'll say this has really opened up their life, which I like to see flourishing things like a flower when they grow and they bloom. It was a good thing, But for you to take this and twist this into some bullshit, and then you still riding off of the glory that we gave you, because before this, it wasn't doing this.
She came in.
We gave life.
She came into a podcast with her top shirt button and her stomach out.
Yeah.
Like a woman. I didn't say anything.
And I said, I know this bitch know her belly is hanging out, this big ass stomach, and just intentionally kept like 3 buttons open and just sitting there.
That's the
to each his own. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but hey.
Do you? But yeah, and not even knocking that, but you open the door for this. We coloring outside of the lines right now because a lot of this shit is funny.
We're addressing it.
It is funny.
We let it ride, now we're addressing it.
It's funny and it's just silly. And we the gay dudes, so if anybody need to have their belly hanging out, it needed to be one of us, right?
Or a woman that was invited.
That want to show her midriff. Yeah.
You know how women? Well, I've only seen women do that. They'll have the shirt, or they have the A shirt, or the what they call the sports bra on,
yeah,
and a
and
shirt.
want to show their middle
Yeah,
section.
they have the shirt on and the 3 buttons in the shirt. I've never seen a man do that.
Don't show that shit if it's, you know what I'm saying? That's bulgy. We looking for flatness, like, you know, and I ain't talking like I'm the skinniest person in the world.
Hey, but I guess she's with Rizzo.
I don't know what the fuck going on, but yeah. To each his own. I wasn't even gonna say all of this, but yeah, that's.
Is because I'm no longer a part of the Freedom Stars podcast, because now they're Freedom Stars After Dark, which was made without my knowledge.
Listen at her.
And I'm gonna get to that in a minute, because they acting like they didn't know that I wasn't part of the podcast anymore. But fool, you already made a whole nother podcast up and made another name up for it. And you still never told me anything, because you said you were thinking. You were in your head trying to figure out what you were gonna do. Come on, bro. We're grown. I'm not even gonna say nobody's age, but we grown, bro. We not in our 20s or our 30s. We grown.
I ain't gonna hurt they outside.
So you're making major decisions like changing the name of a podcast, and then you're going to record the podcast with your boyfriend on other nights and not even telling me nothing about it. So if I was even gonna be invited back to do another podcast, how come I was never told that?
Missy, you went on your channel and you posted a video from our channel and you said finale. Come on now, let's make sense. Let's make this make sense. Let's let the math or however they say that. Mm-hmm. Make the math. Come on now, because you just ranting like a bratty ass woman. Like for real. You got sons you supposed to be setting examples for. What is this?
Wow, that's right.
Come on now.
That is hard, but I wonder what they're thinking of when they see her.
I hope they don't see
this.
this.
I just found that out tonight as I'm scrolling through YouTube and I see the notifications and I click on the notifications, from the Freedom Stars website, the site that the video is on their page as well. And I'm not going to say the name of their page because they didn't say my name, so I'm not saying their name because I guess they try to be cowards like that. So ain't no names gonna be said. But look for the Freedom Stars podcast on another page and you'll see where they were like, yeah, we were gonna bring D. Jones on the next show. You liar. What next show? You've already done 2 other shows.
You dumb idiot.
In the past week.
You already put final finale, you
then last week, you said your godson was coming into town and you had to take him around, find him somewhere to stay, find him a job. So last week you said you were going to be slammed because when I talked about you re-braiding my hair, because he's also a hairstylist, he was braiding my hair.
No, now she's talking about you braiding her hair when she already complained about
Y'all gonna see what Kev talking about. That's to come. Oh. Y'all will see what Kev talking about. It's just this video is a mess.
I don't know if I can do your hair this week because I'm gonna be slammed all week. I gotta pick some stuff out of the garden. I gotta cut the grass. He gave me this long list of excuses of crap that he had to do.
What you normally do.
But not say when he could do my hair.
So that's crap that I had to do, but doing his hair wasn't crap. Okay.
And I was like, well, I need to get it done by Thursday.
That's your
because
problem.
I got a gig on Saturday. And I was like, is 9 o'clock cool on Thursday? Can you do it then? And he was like, I don't know. Let's play it by ear. This was over a week ago, people. He said, let's play it by ear. And I still haven't heard from him yet.
You don't get it. Don't nobody want to service your fat ass. And nothing wrong with people that's
This is a line. And this is a line, read in between. And I'm going to tell y'all, I'm not being cold-hearted, but in episode 3, we not going to repeat everything because episode 3 was real crazy. Like, we was drained out after we finished that video. But, okay, I'm going to let y'all understand something. So, 5 of the episodes, no, probably 6 episodes that we did, after each episode, this person will automatically ask me, can I style their hair? Can I braid their hair? Can I do
And then one of the
different things to their
episodes we
hair?
actually recorded you styling her
And
hair.
if y'all, Kev is right. It's something. It might be more than one, but y'all still, I'm styling their hair. We just talking and stuff. And I'm gonna tell you this: I don't care how long it takes me, how little it takes me, what gets done. As this being my craft, my trade, when my hands touch hair, it's supposed to be designed for me to get paid.
And
Just
that's
like
business.
Yeah, it's business.
That's business.
Just like this person is a driver for DoorDash. This person is a driver, so if I ask this person, hey, can you run me here, can you run me there? I'm not going to get out your vehicle and not give you gas money for, because you use your time and you use your gas. That's the same things, applies to hair. So it took, from episode 14, where I'm the type of person that I let it build up, because my mom was like that. I let it build up and then I respond to it once it's really big. So after episode 14, you want to turn the, I think we can turn the air on. That's why I asked you, because I know this heat from this
Yeah, because
thing.
the door, the room closed.
Yeah.
Door closed.
So, as I was saying, from episode 14, I did their hair. And usually when I do people's hair, hold on one second, y'all. You know how to do it?
No, I was about to tell you, but I had to turn this and stuff. We had left this on that bullshit show.
It's on.
You pause it.
No, it's still going. I just asked them to hold on.
Sorry about
You might
that.
need to push that in case.
The girl.
Yeah. And as I was saying, y'all,
Sorry about that. We had to take
apologies. It got kind of hot in here, so turn it down. But in this industry, and during my time of doing hair, cutting hair, anything I've done, anytime service has been given for free, whether it's been a friend or a family member, which they already said don't mix family and business, don't mix friends and business. But anytime I've done somebody's hair for free, they automatically tip me.
Appreciative too.
Yeah, out of appreciation, like, oh, you didn't charge me anything, huh? Here go this tip. So this person went 5 to 6 episodes, like I said, after each episode, getting their hair done, and then they just carry on willy-nilly.
Yep.
So
Took
this,
forever to leave. We walked her outside to the car.
and just, they had, and by you saying they took forever to leave, that was the time for them to decide, okay, well, all this time I'm standing around, we talking, because they paid their payments through Cash App. Let me cash out this person's tip. So when I did, after episode 14, after me doing their hair, I sent a text message. I said, hey, do you think you can cash out me, $5 or $10, because this is how I make my living, da-da-da-da-da. And I said some of the things I already said about I wouldn't have them take me somewhere, not, give them money for taking me or whatever. So...
Man, you shouldn't have even had to go through that with a grown 54-year-old person.
And they gonna come up, they gonna mention this throughout in this interview, but I'm just saying a little in advance since the video has already been viewed. So, it got to the point of where when I asked for a $5 or $10 tip, which is very minimal, that's little of nothing, you know what I'm saying? This person came back like, oh, I thought we were doing a favor for a favor, and I'm like,
What's the favor?
Yeah, we ain't talking about no favor. What favor you done did for me, and why, just confused. So what they had, the movie they had planned in their head was that by them traveling to the podcast set, sitting, because y'all know them episodes were 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours. So
3 hours, 54 minutes.
Yeah, they did this mathematical equation where they said, okay, it takes me an hour to get to y'all set. Sometimes we sit for 4 hours. Then it takes me an hour to get back home. So we're going to say that's 6 hours. In the text messages I read in episode 3 of Freedom Styles After Dark, they say every hour that they are away from DoorDash, they lose $100. In my mind, I'm like, wait, so you mean to tell me you sat on a podcast for 4 hours and 2 hours, and commute 6 hours, you lost $600?
It takes about half an hour to leave.
Yeah, and then because after they done, technically they can get in their vehicle, they can get in their car and go. But we just stand around, we talk.
We said goodbye.
Nice show. We done gave them food before to take home and enjoy.
Dap.
Yeah.
Nice show, Dap, and she's still standing there running around.
So all of those 30 minutes after each show that they stand around talking, not to mention the time it takes me to do their hair after the show. What I guess that is okay because that's what they want, right? Yeah. So but my thing is, if you missing $600 from sitting on a podcast that ain't making no money, duh, it's
and
about
got
survival.
Responsibility of a children with a wife and children.
You got a wife, you got 2 kids, and you telling me you missing $600 in one day and I didn't even know DoorDash do that. And that's a sacrifice that they making. I said, well, first of all, let me explain. I don't want you to think that you were doing me a favor by being on Freedom Stars podcast because this podcast was gonna go on anyway. Like I said, if you wouldn't have came, we were still gonna do this because this was already in the making. And it just kept taking different dynamics, and then before you know it, we here today with this Rant video. But to this person saying that I went a whole week without answering them about doing their hair is because the most recent time that I did they full hair, see, after the show, they wanted like styles done with braiding and whatever they got done, pinups. I'm saying after the show, it was like, but the full effect of what they do when they get their hair done from me, because they got, the majority of their hair is gray, and they still trying to, whatever with that, to each his own. Beijing is a hair color, so they'll get a Beijing, you gotta apply it, it's processing time, then you got shampoo, then you gotta twist, then you got shampoo, then you got a conditioning, then you got the actual retwist is when somebody's growing locks, which some people also call dreads. When somebody's growing locks, that new growth that come out their scalp, you gotta retwist that so that it can, lock up like the rest of the hair. All that stuff, it takes time. Then it has to be dried. Then you got the, you gotta dry it. Then it's gotta be styled. And some people, they'll cut the side like he got the side, but he can go to another barber too. So whatever with that. But it's all a lengthy process, and I make sure I provide good energy for these people, when I'm servicing them. But the problem that I have with this particular person is that when I finish somebody's hair, while they sitting in my chair, they usually whip out their phone and we talking about things. And while we having a conversation, they on their Zelle, they Cash App, or if they paying cash, they counting the money through or whatever their method of payment is. This thing never pays me after service. Like the most recent time, and that's the only person that does that. The most recent time, we talk, like Kel say, they'll stand around 30 minutes talking, and I walk everybody out to their vehicle, and I wish them well when they leave. Oh, well, I'm going to Cash App you while I'm driving. I don't know why I'm holding my hand like this, because they ain't had a phone yet. I'll Cash App you while I'm driving. I'm like, you going to Cash App me while you driving? You could have Cash App me while you were sitting in the seat, or you could have Cash App me while we was having leisure conversation. So when somebody does that, that's a sign that that person does not want to pay you. So if you read between them lines, and that's cheapskate. Because what happened when they said that they was going to Cash App me, tell me why in that evening of that day, I had to send them a text message like, hey, make sure you don't forget me. Because they didn't pay me. They didn't pay me.
Most of the day I went on.
And who wants that? Because I know there's some people with so much self-respect for themselves that they'll be like, oh, you know what? F them and their money. If because where do you do that? If your light bill due, can you tell them, But anyway, let me get off of that, y'all, because this is just irritating. But so anything that they say about why I didn't contact them about hair, I basically had let go. Like so many people did this person since I've been knowing them.
And him and his boyfriend are talking crap about me. Talking about now we're the Freedom Stars After Dark podcast. And no, the Freedom Stars podcast isn't canceled because, they started it.
Right.
Which is what I found out later on. I was brought in as a damn guest.
Yes, you were.
I was just a little sidekick, and I was brought in for my hit.
You were just brought in as a guest.
Yeah, you didn't start this with us. Like, what are you talking about? Like, did you talk to your mommy first?
See how crazy and twisted this thing is. She said from the beginning of her rant that she knew she was already brought. She was somebody that was brought in.
This is just a bunch
she's
of...
going...
the brain still... the math not mathing.
Confused.
I was just a little sidekick, and I was brought in for my energy. That's what one of the hosts told me. That's not what I'm saying.
I said
one
that.
of the hosts of the podcast said, I like your energy. so I want you to be on the show. I thought I was a part of the show. I thought it was 3 of us.
But this the thing about me saying that I like their energy. You know how they say when you meet somebody, you get their representative, right?
That's what
that
it was.
The representative energy.
Because look, for 14 episodes, she was on our show acting the whole time.
And this person is an aspiring actress. So yeah, you don't know when they're real and when they're fake.
She can cry on cue.
Made a video say they're known to cry on cue. What real man, and I'm not insulting no actors out there because I know actors.
Those are real actors.
Yeah, but what man can cry on cue?
This actress is
any man that can cry on cue, that's drama.
But tell me.
And that's what this is.
All the shows that she said she was on as a extra, have you seen her on any of them? Any movie that she said she was on, have you seen it? Because that's what I was getting to when we were talking about it before, and I just didn't. I stopped. I got to a point and stopped.
We were respectful, and we gave them their props. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And this it just went to this. But,
I thought it was 3 of us. We were all a part of the podcast. Come to find out, I'm just a guest. Now, I didn't know none of that. You know, just imagine you're on a team. All y'all that's looking at me right now, imagine you're on a team.
I want you to
and you're thinking that
like
y'all all playing together.
That's why she's so mad.
And when y'all do a show, you're all doing the show together. And then when you're at home, you turn on the TV and you see all those people on TV, and you're like, damn. Wait a minute, I thought I was part of the team. Oh, no. Bro,
she should be used to it.
You should be used to that.
She should be used to it.
Hey, Kevin, let me tell you something. Like, we sat on him, we congratulate this person for being in all these movies, right? If you turn on the TV and you see yourself, what's the difference from this and that? You can't get with Tyler Perry. I understand. You can't complain about Tyler Perry and it affect him because he don't know who the heck he was on his set anyway. He probably never read the name.
Never saw him.
It probably were people that was hired from people.
Yeah, he probably never saw him.
So this is just crazy. This is definitely a foolish rant. But yeah, this is no different from that. And this person has a pattern of
Tyler Perry probably saw it and said, cut that out.
And it was another movie, the movie with the girl, the Keela and the Big Girl. It was just so many, I can't even count. I want to say like it was a plethora of movies, but it was a lot of different movies, but I haven't seen them in one. But if you tell me,
I took my time and sat and watched them.
If you tell me you was in something and you my friend, I'm going to believe you.
What part he said it,
you know what I'm saying?
to look for, I'll look for it, and I ain't seen him. Unless he was really made up.
Into a woman?
Funny. You know, we were already a team way before we met you.
Oh, yeah.
You know, we just liked your energy. We're energy. Okay. Crap. BS.
Angry girl.
Now back to what I was saying. So yeah, he don't like to deal with women. And I
You're
think,
one of them.
and if I'm not mistaken, you can go back and look at the podcast. I think it's specific black women as well. Or black women especially, he don't like to deal with. But they can subscribe to his podcast and they can view his channel. So they can support him, but he just don't mess with him. Then he said, if you want to branch off, I totally understand, with all due respect.
So he's only reading
We're
part of
grown-ups. You should follow that vision.
Okay.
It could lead you to a higher level of success.
I said that.
Then you don't gotta split the money with anyone, because we were doing a 3 split in the podcast. It was 3 of us. So he's saying
we was not doing the 3 split.
That's not right.
We was not doing the 3 split. So okay. The split, I can tell you, I ain't got no problem with it. We were doing the 4 split. So yeah, okay.
Go off and do your own thing. That'd be great. Then you ain't gotta split nothing with nobody. You know, and this was all for me mentioning that a radio station was interested in us.
And him.
And it came from this person saying this was all from them mentioning that a radio station was interested. Why would you even bring that to me when you already know we're independent? Stepping outside of your boundaries, doing too effing much.
And not only that, she said she didn't want to make a decision like that without us involved.
In the
she made it
episode
sound
3.
as though like she was already going to do it. She just was waiting to hear you say yes or no, that you want to be included.
In episode 3, what Kev is talking about, it's just, I read that text message and it say that this person said they didn't want to make a huge decision like that without us. How will you ever gonna make a decision? Like a decision about what?
Freedom Star is not yours, sweetheart.
A decision about what? Without us? Like, what are you talking about? You was finna sit at the round table with us and get this chalked out before November 1st? Like, what are you talking about?
Yeah, she already is already in motion with her.
Yeah, like,
She's
that's why I
delusional.
said if you want to branch off, I won't be mad. Because it sounds like the energy that you're utilizing is this forefront energy. Like, a huge decision without us. And as they continue to read the text message, I'm going to read to y'all to the part that you're talking about. So, yeah, this is crazy.
But I'm sure that anybody that's listening to this already know how confused and twisted she is, because she already said, she put the date on when it's supposed to have been done, and she had already said, like, it's already in motion.
Yeah, it said we're trying to, we trying to launch by November 1st. And I'm like.
And we're, like, he's including himself with the radio station.
This is, yeah.
I told you that's just twisted. It's crazy.
Okay, here we go,
Bird.
y'all. Here we go, y'all. This is crazy. What happened, they found the new host, a parasite found a new host to leech off of. That's why I said we, because this is Freedom Stars, and then this was them, it did this, and, connected to them. That's what happened. Because these people that built their radio station, why don't you go do your own project?
I'm serious.
Oh, those ain't been working.
Not only that, she's a follower. She's not a leader.
Those ain't been working. And my thing is, it ain't nothing wrong with being a leader, but ain't nothing wrong with being a follower, but if you're going to be a follower, make sure you follow. Don't be a follower that's trying to be a leader, because you're gonna get lost in the sauce. Like, no.
Get into an area that you know nothing about.
I didn't give the radio station any answer because the radio station, remember, these people are people that I know. So they were like, D. Jones, we want you to be a part of this. We like the podcast that you're involved with. We want that to be a part of the show. Holler at your boys and see if they're cool with it. But before I could holler at them, I found out all this information in a Zoom meeting that they said they were having about the radio station. Now, of course, I'm already friends with these people, so they put me in on the Zoom meeting. My ex-co-host said it was funny that I was involved in the Zoom meeting behind their back. Bruh, there was nothing behind your back. They were just having a meeting about what the station was, what their goal was, and what they're trying to do.
He's explaining this to
And
you
I was tagged
on a
and brought
rant.
into the Zoom meeting.
Yeah.
Twisted bitch.
So,
He's explaining to you on a rant. Hoping that you sit there try to hear that part. I don't know what the fuck she's looking for to come out of that.
What's being explained in the rant, it could have been explained more thoroughly in the
On the
text
phone.
message
Oh, yeah,
or on the phone. But even with it being explained more thoroughly, we still wasn't interested because we're independent. We're independent. And in that text message that I read on episode 3 of Freedom Stars After Dark, he further said that it was going to be some small fees involved. So I said, no. I said any fees involved, I will use that money towards merch because that money's coming back. If a radio station is interested in us being on their station, it makes more sense to me for them to pay us than for us to pay them.
That makes sense.
YouTube isn't asking for any money. There's certain criteria that a person has to meet. But YouTube ain't say, oh, here's just small fees. Yeah, this is crazy.
Because they wanted to talk to me as the person that they know, because they've known me for over 15 years. They wanted to talk to me
She is
about
always
the
so
podcast
loud.
Trying to
I
make
do,
themselves seem important and talking
and
loud
to go
again.
back and see if my co-host would be interested in this radio show. That was the whole purpose of the Zoom. You can ask Michael Johnson or Kimberly Patterson. Don't nobody gotta lie. And that's the thing that I hate about liars and misogynists. You want to hide behind a computer. You want to hide behind some keys.
And
then
that's
you
what
want to
she's
bring up
doing.
my past
She's hiding
about
behind
my
her
dad
phone. And
beating
she's
my
trying to talk
ass and
to
all
you.
kind of other stuff. But then you want to make yourself feel like that.
What you were saying, I'm sorry.
That's what she's doing now. She's hiding behind her phone in her room, wherever the hell
Talking
she
trash.
is.
And then who wanted, I ain't trying to talk to no person like this in face
Hell
to
no.
face because it could lead to other things. You
So
get
her
what I'm saying?
wife must don't know where she at because she's somewhere hiding.
Somebody didn't give them
Somewhere
that
hiding in the house.
Some woman didn't lead them because I think a woman would say, you know what, don't you make that video. So yeah, this is emotionally self-driven.
It's me saying I'm a punk.
You are.
I
Because
ain't
my
never
dad
called
beat
you
my
no
ass
punk.
when I was a kid. I'm a grown ass man, dog. I'm a grown-ass man.
Yep.
Then act like one.
You could have easily called me on the phone, or we could have met up and talked like we've been doing.
Y'all met up and
You
talked
know,
somewhere?
We're not no millionaire, billionaire
We never met up
celebrities.
and
You don't
talked.
put no rebuttals on no damn YouTube. You know,
What she's
you're not
doing?
even talking to me on
What she's
YouTube.
doing?
You're talking to the world about me, fool.
What she's doing, you dumbass?
You're not rectifying nothing with me. Then he gonna try to end his statement.
As we said, that video was made to explain to y'all why this person is not here.
And you can see why. She is
Exactly.
She's confused, twisted, angry, big woman.
You know, ain't no love lost. You know, we're still subscribed to D Jones. We're still cool with him. Come on, man. Quit all the kumbaya stuff, bro. Quit all that. Cause when I get through reading all of this, I don't even know why you would still want to be subscribed to somebody that you talking shit about, that you and your boyfriend are talking shit about. Y'all are just sitting up here bashing me, you know, like I'm the scum of the earth.
She's doing turning around. She's saying what she feel.
Twisted my
That's how she
hair,
feel.
and I didn't give you any money.
She feel like she's the scum of the earth.
But then you asked me for a tip of $5 or $10. You said, can I give you $5 or $10? Then I give you $5 and you talk shit about it. And then you make a whole podcast up about it, bro.
So this is the thing, y'all. I already explained that part to y'all. So the thing about the $5 or $10, I was gauging this person because if you got somebody that done did your hair for free 6 times, 5 times or 6 times, I believe it was 6, right? And on that 6th time, they was like, okay, you know what? This person ain't tipped me all of them other times. I'm finna ask them for a tip. So this is the natural human gesture. If that ever happened with somebody, which just never happened. But if I ask you for $5 or $10, I'm trying to see where your level of appreciation at. If you cash out me $10, I'm like, okay, they gave me the higher amount because 6 times that person that did my hair or whatever. If you cash out me $20, I'm like, okay, they went off of the scales or what. So that lets me know.
Any other customer would have done that.
Yeah, that let me know they're apologetic for not doing that. For not tipping me for getting free service. This person gave me $5, the minimal of what I asked for. I could have said 10 or 20, but I made it smaller. You know what I'm saying? And they gave me the smallest, which means that they did that grudgingly. They didn't want to do that.
And every one of your customers would pay you way more than that.
Yeah, people that paid top dollar for a service that may have cost a bigger astronomical amount than tipped me big on top of that. So this person, as y'all go through the podcast, I'll say things as we go along because this is just crazy.
About $5? You're making a whole show about $5.
The whole show was
you
not about
asked
$5.
me to give you $5 or $10.
Right.
Come on, bro. If somebody say, hey, man, can I borrow $5 or $1 million? What the fuck you gonna say?
Stupid is that?
Well, let me think.
There's a big difference between $5 and $1 million. You know all that in between there from 20 to 100?
So $10 is $1 million. Because
To him-
I thought I said 5 or 10, right?
To him, it's cheap ass.
Wow. He said $5 or $1 million.
$5, that's so stupid. He's like a 16-year-old.
Y'all see what we getting at, right?
A brain says
That's why this person ain't on this
set. And they claim they never do drugs or drink.
I don't know what the heck. $1 million.
Here's $1 million. Come on, man. Anyway. So yeah, he's saying if I want to branch off, he can totally understand.
Yep. Take your
with all due
sorry
respect,
ass
you know,
on,
grown-ups,
please.
you know, follow that vision. And like I said, I wouldn't have to split. He was like, do that, you know, you'll have a higher level of success, and then you don't have to split the money with anyone. And then he said he won't be mad or upset
Nope.
if I venture out.
Take
with
your
this radio
sorry
station.
ass on.
Because then he says that's a win-win for me. You know, what he says, that's a win-win for you. At the end of the day, it's business. There's no love lost here. You should give it a go.
Yes, ma'am, sir.
This is what the co-host told me. And I just wrote this down on paper, but I have it all on text. I have all of his text still.
And we got yours
And
too.
we have
man.
yours
To
too.
make anything
And
up,
we're
you
gonna
know, I
share
got
that in a minute.
receipts. I got everything that he said. Every text that he sent, and text was like 18 paragraphs long.
Now that's the door open right there.
But yeah, I got every text. And basically, after all is said and done, he wants to say, he said that the podcast was really supposed to be just him and his boyfriend.
Okay, I'm gonna pause just since he done read several of my text messages. So what happened was that when he was complaining about his dad having spanked him, beat him, whipped him, whatever word you want to use, and he said that he ran to his room and he slammed his door and locked it. Kev said, oh, you had a door? Like you had a room? Because Kev came up with a lot of siblings. And once again, we were trying to get him to see that even though you complaining a lot, your situation, we're not downgrading or downsizing his tragedy, his trauma, his whatever dysfunction or whatever you want to call it. We were trying to listen and like the same thing a therapist would do. You know what I'm saying? They ask you certain questions to make you get different perspectives. And we're not therapists by collegiate doctrine or anything like that. We're those therapists that existed before therapy was ever a thing. You know what I'm saying? I'm a barber stylist, and that's all I did all day, every day, and that's all I do all day, every day. And you listen to people's situations, and you just try to give them insight on different ways to look at it. You don't tell them, hey, you know, and be real. How you come to them in a certain way. So Kev came to him in a certain way. Kev like, wait, Kev trying to make him see you actually had a room to run to and a door to slam and lock, which was his dad's door because that was his dad's house. So it went from that to him having some discussion with a female that didn't see the show.
And wasn't gonna plan on watching.
So she didn't get to see how you said, what you said, or why you said. She's going out what he's telling her, which most victims always tell the story their way so that the people can automatically feel sympathy for them, which worked because he told us that she said that me and Kev can't compare traumas and this and that and blah, blah, blah. So then he turned around and said he got mad. He called her, ooh.
Yeah, reminds you.
Y'all know what?
It's on the show. It's on the show too. But on that note, when he turned around and mentioned the show to a woman, I mentioned the show to two younger African American men that was younger than him, and they said he was a punk bitch.
And they're not talking about the boy version of him. They talking about the man version of him that's complaining about a man that provided for you that you say was never home.
Because in an African American household, don't no child run to their room and slam their doors and lock it when the father is the one paying all the bills. If you got a mother and father in the household. Because if a mother did, it would have been worse if it was just a mother in the household. Because she would have broke the door down and broke his arm. The arm he used to slam that door with.
Yeah. So I'm going to pick up where he's at with his text messages. And this is the female. So let me let y'all hear what this non-misogynistic, I want to say man, person said. Okay, so I'm just picking up in the middle of a conversation. It say, but I talked to this nigga bitch last night that got me reheated when she said she was raped when she was younger. And I ended...
Then he's comparing his child abuse with her rape.
This is crazy. Yep. And I ended up saying, damn, that's terrible. And I was almost killed when I was 11, 12 years old. And she was like, almost killed, but you didn't die. Boy, I almost smacked the bitch. Then she tried to say I was comparing rape to physical abuse like it was a contest or something. I was like, bitch, please. Trauma is trauma. Your rape molded you like getting the shit knocked out of me molded me. Ain't no damn comparing of who got worse trauma. We all affected differently.
And at home, he said it molded him.
Right.
Now it's molded him? When he said it caused him trauma?
I don't know what this thing is. It say this might be a podcast topic. They got that in parentheses, then an LOL. Then they went back and corrected themselves because they said affected instead of effected and put an LOL after that too. Then she say you and Kev didn't have a right to say my upbringing was that bad as it seems because Kev's was worse. This bitch made me mad for Kev against myself. I was low key trying to get her to see it all. It's all about perspective. Yes, I got abused, but I had both parents, structure, freedom. Some kids ain't have that. Some kids ain't have shit. So yeah, my life was bad, but it probably could have been worse. She was just being a typical, angry, ignorant nigga lady. This the person that's not a misogynist.
And hate liars and hate misogynists.
And hate, yeah. If I'm up to it, I think I'm gonna explain exactly what my pops did to me to fuck me up. I'm talking about constant physical head brain trauma that could be a reason my ass is off, and he got off in quotation marks. If I am indeed off, with a laughing face after that.
Listen to how can you say that and then put a laughing face and stuff with that at 54 years old?
So here, this is what I said, and after I get to a certain point, I'm gonna stop y'all and let the video play. I'll say there's nothing from us said in comparison like a competition for the worst. We are on the outside looking in and going by the things that you mentioned to us in regards to your upbringing. Not trying to make light of your situation. In some way or another, we are all fucked. Some of us worse than others. One of the biggest perks and advantages of the therapy that we're doing amongst each other is that it is free of charge, and we giving one another different perspectives, different experiences, etc. We are all new at this and basically sharing our life experiences and commenting. From what you have said about your father's treatment towards you, I see that his discipline wasn't how you think it should have been in regards to how it made you feel. We don't know what type of child you were as far as being unruly, careless,
And that's what he was holding back.
carefree,
He's lying.
spoiled,
All of the
disobedient,
above.
challenging, etc. Because some boys do challenge their fathers.
And closet gay.
But with all of that being said, there's no such thing as a perfect child. That's why as children, we had to be disciplined in order to stay in line. From my vantage, your upbringing was better than most. There was more good than bad in the experiences that you shared with us. And you have to take into consideration that your upbringing was never, I got those all in capital letters, it was never going to be perfect, as no parent is perfect. If your dad wasn't there at all, then life would have presented you with a whole nother set of problems / situations. But he was there as a provider, but not physically there as much as you thought he should have. Life wasn't going to give you the perfect package. That's why we were saying that a lot of it we have to figure out in life. But your wife is entitled to her opinion, as we all are. A lot of females say that they were raped. Some females tell lies. We already had discussions on how some situations lead to a rape, when in actuality it could have been the female's fault for setting the stage with a wrong guy. Everybody's different. So his response to that wasn't the wife though, not that bitch, another bitch.
He loved black women.
LOL. And this is not a misogynist.
He
Okay.
loved black women.
I said,
No matter how much they hurt him,
yeah.
he loved black women.
He respects them so much, he calls them queens and everything. Okay. Then my response to that was, I thought that you were talking about your wife. You didn't specify. So he said, she had me crying. I was so pissed off. SMH, shaking my head. I said, you good now? ? If the show's becoming overwhelming for you, I understand. ... He said, then she sent me a dumbass reel today and said, sorry, didn't mean to make things bad. Maybe it goes both ways. I just sent the thumbs up emoji, LOL. My response to that, I say we're sharing views and opinions. He said not boo-hoo crying, but internally with some eye moisture. I say, okay.
With some eye moisture. That's him trying to cry on cue.
On cue, I guess. I say, okay, gotcha. So he said, nah, these shows are perfect. This our therapy, like I said before, this free therapy, the best, because it's real people, brothers sharing their raw emotion. I love this shit. And this is his response to that. He sent me one of those video emojis. This is his response to that.
Is it showing?
Yeah, let me go down some. So that's what he sent me, saying that, I'm going to move it on different areas so y'all can see.
Which one is that one? The boot?
Yeah. So that told me he was okay. And then, this is the man that loves black women.
Closet gay.
Okay. And I'm a chill right there, and I'm finna let the video play. So that told me, you know, from that part, that aspect there, that I don't know, he's really all over the place. And we trying to keep up as best as we can, but we making progress. And whether this person sees this video or not, this is the first episode of this season, and y'all won't, of course, you know we won't play this video no more of theirs. And see when they come on, the radio station logo. Mm-hmm. My phone like, come on, quit abusing
it was just
me.
those two that were doing the podcast. But then, through many discussions, they decided to add me. First, second, and third of all. So I wasn't originally part of the podcast.
I know what I was supposed to do when I was showing them that, because the reason I don't think they can see it is because they couldn't see it because of this light. So what I'm going to do for a minute, because I seen a reflection in the thing, I'm going to turn this light off for a minute. And y'all should be able to see it better, I believe. How is that?
You might go a little closer. Can you see it on there?
Yeah. It ain't got that light in it. But yeah, that's that without the light. When you can see some of the conversation. Okay. And this is Steve Osborne and Kevin Upson. So let me
Start podcast.
Yeah.
Like, share, subscribe, and comment, please. Thanks for all the donations and the cash apps.
Oh, you know what, Kevin? Let me see something.
What? Does it show the...
Hold on, yeah, because I don't want to be unprofessional. Okay, no, I ain't got it. I wanted to make sure, yeah.
What?
Okay. Because I remember, I ain't going to say the other person, but they got sloppy on theirs and they was sharing each other's numbers, so I just wanted to make sure that wasn't a thing. Okay. But yeah, that's not out here, so yeah.
It shows the name, though.
Yeah, and we already know who we talking about, yeah. Mm-hmm. Y'all already know our names from the podcast and everything that we're doing.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, but we had seen a situation with some other podcasters where people got really, like, dirty, and we just showed y'all that, you know, to show y'all the conversation. This is crazy. Okay, so let's get to this. Okay.
Part of the podcast. Through many discussions, they decided to add me to the Freedom Stars podcast. Okay, you don't have to be an adult with a quarter of a brain to understand what that means.
What was that?
I wasn't part of the podcast. Through many discussions, they decided to add me as a third member, as a guest on the podcast.
What is she saying? A third member or a guest? Which one is it?
BS lie.
BS.
Number 12. I can't even keep up with all the lies. I'm just going through my notes right now. They told the main guy that I was talking to, told his partner that through many discussions, they decided to add me to some of the shows. Some of the shows.
Yep. The first 14 episodes, and all you made it through.
I'm a stickler for words and punctuation.
For real?
And I'm a stickler for meaning. And I say what I mean, and I mean what I say. So if you added me to the show through many discussions, and y'all agreed that I would be on some of the shows, that means I was never a permanent part of the show.
No.
I was never a permanent third member of the show.
No.
Well, first of all, this is your saying. I ain't gonna speak on it, but you going to this radio station, do you think you're a permanent member of what they create? Do you think that if you get out of hand and unruly, or you don't go along with whatever their protocol is, what you think gonna happen? That's any job that you have.
She might not even make it after they see this.
Yeah, their logo is on here. I would not have this person joining any venture of mine making a negative dark rant video with my logo on there. They don't need advertising from this thing. I'm pretty sure they're doing well enough. They don't need this type of advertising. If they want shows with drama and negativity.
Don't play with me, bro. I got all of this on text. I got all the receipts. I hate liars and misogynists.
You hate herself. She is so...
What you call it, deflecting?
You said you were going to add me to some of the shows. He also says that he strives to avoid unnecessarily bumping heads with folks.
I said that.
The less people involved, the better. And he's talking about, as far as the radio station and the podcast, he was like, the less people involved with his stuff, the better, because it's his. He owns everything, you know. This was made clear, you know, that, you know, you were just brought in for your energy, but this is gonna go on with or without you, D. Jones. This podcast is gonna go on forever, you know, whether you show up or not. So cool. So he doesn't like unnecessarily bumping heads with folks, you know. The less people, the better, because people are sneaky,
like you are,
and will concoct ideas of their own.
Yes, I wonder who that is.
I'm serious.
And they may move funny.
I wonder who that
You
is.
know, and as far as moving funny, they might move differently than you want to move. And I'm reading off of my notes right now, so forgive me for not looking at y'all, but I'm just trying to make sure I read this right.
Not looking at
you know, so he's saying people are sneaky. They'll concoct ideas of their own. You know, they might move differently than you, and they might turn manipulative and deceptive. And then he says, he's not familiar with those radio station folk.
Okay.
So he's calling my people that I've known for almost 20 years, you know,
which we never heard
those radio station folk. He's not familiar with them, so he's like,
they're from Chicago.
no, I ain't dealing with them anyway. But he's not dealing with them anyway because there's a female involved.
Lord.
And she's black.
I'm gonna keep stopping y'all stupid. He said we're not dealing with her because there's a female involved and she's black. We already told y'all, I don't know how many times, we're independent. Why does he keep going back to that? He's trying to project his hatred towards women on us.
Yeah.
That's what he's doing.
Yeah.
Because he's talking about this like crazy.
You don't want to work with no females.
Because you already
like I
know
told you
you
at the
can't.
top
You
of
can't
this
think
video.
for somebody else. You can't think for somebody else. So
If he
how
had
he
that-
know? How he know exactly how you? And then you can hear it out the anger and stuff in his voice.
You get the tones.
Yeah. How do he know how you think?
Yeah. And if he
He's
know how
talking
I
for
think,
you.
his life should be on point.
I'm
You know
serious.
what I'm saying? His life should be on point. But yeah, this is crazy.
You don't want nothing to do with no females. Then he goes on to say, he's not familiar with them radio folks.
You already said that.
Then he mentioned his brother. He says he has a brother in Florida that has a radio station. So basically he's saying, you know, anybody can start a radio station. You know, his brother in Florida has a radio station. To that I say, bro, number one, who is your brother? I don't think nobody knows who he is. You know, no
You
diss
don't think anybody knows
to his brother.
That is so stupid.
Specifically.
You're talking
I
about
mean, as far as him saying that to me, like, bro, who's your brother? Don't
You
nobody
know who your
he
brother.
is.
I know who your brother is.
And if you got a
Of course, the
brother
world don't know your
that
brother.
has a radio station, how come he's not helping promote the
Who
podcast?
said you want his
and how
help?
come you haven't already mentioned that you have a brother that has his own radio station in Florida?
Okay,
And
so
one, we have mentioned we've mentioned your brother being up here. We mentioned a lot of stuff about your
this
brother.
the thing.
He's seen your brother in the
Who is this
shop.
person for us to be mentioning and going through everything with?
I'm serious.
They trying to make themselves bigger than they are. Why would I be like, oh, my brother has a radio
Not
station?
only that, the world, like everybody's supposed to know Steve Osborne and his brother.
And just like this radio station, this is our first time hearing about that, right? So who is supposed to know everything about everybody in the whole world? I mentioned my brother had a station and let him see that it's an easy thing that people like us can do.
To make your own.
That was
station.
it. She's running.
I remember back in the days when I was coming up, you can build your own radio. A lot of people had their radio stations in their garage.
Wow.
Some people used to make their own radio station in their garage.
But she's building from that on answer, well, who is your brother? Then say no offense to your brother, but still talking BS. We're not like you. We ain't gotta go run to somebody for help.
And leech off of people.
Just like you done witnessed me for years since 2008. You done witnessed me with shops. I wasn't leeching off nobody. I wasn't running to nobody. We had a teamwork thing going.
He's never had
We're not
anything
like
of
you.
his own.
And as I said in episode 3 of Freedom Stars After Dark, you got the Jackson 5. Janet is big. Michael is big. They were separate entities that did their thing.
Jermaine Jackson.
Yeah, you ain't see what Janet. Oh,
Victoria.
Michael, I need some money. Michael, can you promote me? I'm like, no, they were their own gods in their own rights. They did their own thing. We're not that mindset you got. You dealing with us. It would have broadened your mindset. Just because you have a brother that has a radio station and you do music, that don't mean that you got to go run to him or he has to come run to you. If y'all decide to do that, then that's what y'all do. That's just like you waiting. You know what? I'm gonna be quiet. I ain't gonna say it. I'm gonna let it play. Cause it's so much I can say.
That would be a great help to somebody starting out a podcast.
Wouldn't that be our decision?
And being brand new. Wouldn't you want to tell your brother
Is that any of your
who
business?
has a radio station, hey bro, I'm starting a podcast, you know?
Since you know everything to do, why they
Why
know
haven't you done
everything?
it?
Yeah.
Why haven't you
Action
done it?
speak.
Action speaks louder than
Put it
words.
on the show eventually when we go live. Then you could promote it to Florida and wherever else. Like, you know, but there's a reason why he didn't mention his brother and his radio station until
What's
just
the
now.
reason?
And I might get into that later on.
Let's get
Might
into
not,
it.
I don't know. But, you know,
This is
because he says he has a real big problem with most of the people in his family. And basically, you know, this guy says, you know, he basically hates all the women in his family.
Okay, that never
Who
came
said
out of
that?
my mouth. I don't carry no hate in my heart from the person that's hurt me the worst. I never said I hate
so
all
he
of the
must
women
hate,
in my
he hate the
family.
women in his family.
Yeah, this is projection.
Yeah,
This
he hate
is
the women in
y'all
his
seeing
family.
that. Go through it. If y'all have time, binge watch our podcast when we had this thing on there. You'll never hear me say I hate all of the women in my family. So yeah, let's get back to this bullshit.
Including his mom. Because she treated him like crap, you know, ran his dad away. Everybody ran.
Wow, she is crazy. He got something against his mother too.
No, I'm gonna tell you, he had something against his mother because it's times I used to do his hair. He used to go in on his mama about how she was attentive to his dad.
She said that
eyed
in
his
one of the
clothes,
first
she
part,
made
yeah.
sure his food was cooked.
Yeah.
I said, wait. I say, isn't that the way a wife
Wife's
is supposed to be the
yeah.
husband? He used to go in on his mama.
He said in the first podcast that he didn't. He was like, he said it with an attitude that he didn't like how passive she was to his
Yeah.
father. That's why he don't like a woman like his mother.
Yeah.
He's more like the mother. He's looking for a man like his dad.
Like his dad. I never said I hate my mom.
Never.
I never said my mom ran my dad
I've
off.
been around you for over 28 years and never heard you say you hate the females
Y'all
in
see-
your family or your mother.
Y'all see why this person ain't on the show? These are blatant, bold-faced lies.
She
But-
has serious problems.
This person has spoke ill of their mother, and just like we was trying to get them to see with their father, like, hey, you know what I'm saying? Pause. This is this, da da da. I said, your mother sounds like the type of woman that you should have strived to have.
You
I
said that in the
a
first.
lot.
You said that in the first
Yeah.
podcast.
And
sis.
I said it when I was
And
doing
he
with
said
doing hair.
that type of woman bored him.
Yeah.
That type of woman bored him. He wanted a woman to take charge like a man.
But the crazy thing about it, that type of woman is the woman that he keeps running to for advice or to listen to him and sending her screenshots of our conversations. That type of woman he ran to help him get the vehicle that he drives today. But yeah, he said, I hate my mom.
He is so.
And for y'all to know too, my mom is deceased. So for him to even say, I'm not hurt and I'm not angry, I'm just disgusted and irritated, like I said, but yeah, my mom is deceased. Yeah, for him to even dig that low.
And this is an old person. This is not no child.
Yeah, this ain't no
is not
teenager. This is a person that's a husband and has two children
supposed to
of
be
their
a
own.
husband and supposed to be a father.
This is
A closet queen.
He's battling something else.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
He ain't come out of the closet yet. He need to come on out. Step on out, ma'am.
This is crazy, but here we go with the BS again.
Yeah, step on out, ma'am.
Everybody ran the men away in their lives because all the women were aggressive. All the women were loud, confrontational, you know, mean and aggressive, except for his grandma. So all the women were bad, except for that one woman.
Never said that because my grandma was mean. As y'all know in our previous podcast, I said I used to live in fear from my grandma. You don't live in fear from somebody that's not mean. She was strict. She has strict, mean ways, and it disciplined me to be the person that I am today. So we're gonna let this.
And this is a person ranting with no discipline.
We're gonna let this.
That's some of the reason why his father was extra aggressive to him. Because he was, she was sassy. She was sassy and quick with the tongue because she'd been around her moms too long. And she picked up on all them feminine ways, and that's all she is right now, is a big, overweighted woman.
And this is what y'all saying.
In a man's body.
Y'all know technically we're all still the same children we've always been. As time go on, that child, it evolves. This is an older version of that child that used to get them whoopings.
It never grew up.
If you see him like this as an adult, this didn't just start happening. No. This is that child spanned through time.
It never grew up.
That's what this is. And they complained about their daddy whooping them, and they had the world. Wait till what they say about your parents, and they say I hated my mother and my mother, because I already seen this whole thing. Kev didn't see this whole thing yet. I'm sorry, y'all. I got the belties.
All the women were bad, except for that one woman. Still a woman, still black, but she wasn't bad. Everybody else was bad, except for grandma. Okay, so
she is not as
get into this. Oh, yeah, I mentioned the Zoom meeting. I mentioned he said I did a Zoom meeting with the radio station, which I did because they added me to the Zoom meeting. I've known these people for over 15 years, and they wanted to ask me about the podcast. So, of course, it's nothing to do with going behind anybody's back. If somebody pulls me to the side and says, hey, we want to put you on our show, so go see if your boys are interested.
This shows how much of a fat liar he is. For them to even know of the podcast, he had to talk to them.
Yeah, they pulled him to the side. Hey,
so what they
I
were
was
watching
on YouTube and I went on SOKU International.
Yeah.
First of all, how do you know about SOKU International?
Yeah.
With all of the probably billions of channels on YouTube. And then, hey, let me pull you to the side.
As I said, as this go on, this is showing the messed up brain that he can't blame his dad for anything he did when he was 14, 15 years old, because he's 54 years old now.
And mind you, all of us ain't got our ass whooped.
And I got mine whooped plenty
white,
of times.
Yellow, red, pink, blue. A lot of us, maybe everybody didn't get a whooping, but a lot of us got our ass whooped.
If you came up in a late from the 60s, 70s, and 80s, you got your ass whooped.
Yeah, that's crazy. And that was the biggest thing. But look how this person is. This is an older version of that child.
Yeah. And that's why they got their ass whooped.
This is an older version of that child.
Those extremes.
And if my son was like this, I would have whooped his ass too.
Yeah, that's why he took those extremes, because his dad didn't know how to deal with him. He like, I whooped his ass natural, and that still ain't doing nothing. And he's still acting out the way he's acting out. Mm. And this man was in a service. He come home, he's tired. Nobody want to deal with no
mouthy child, no mouthy boy.
Yeah.
Because you usually get that from your daughter.
Yeah.
If anything.
And running and stomping off and slamming doors and locking doors.
And locking them.
Like little sissies.
And
nothing
the thing
wrong
about
with gay boys.
Yeah, because you know what it is, it is. You know, so, but what I was going to say.
We're talking about this grown-ass closet queen that's acting out like a little spoiled little girl right now.
And like I was going to say, too, he labeled his daddy as an alpha male. An alpha male is less verbal and more physical. So any alpha male with their son getting mouthy with them or whatever, it's gonna be hands.
Yeah.
And that could be any race, you know. Yeah. Or any tribe. You know what I'm saying? Imagine Africa.
I know a lot of dads say they punch their sons in the chest.
Yeah, imagine Africa whenever, But here we go, y'all.
And then I immediately go ask my boys, are they interested? Bro, I didn't do nothing behind your back, bro. You know? And it's sad and it's cowardice that you're saying all this crap on YouTube like I done did something wrong.
This is what she doing.
When all I was trying to do as an artist was elevate the podcast and try to make a little money. And
elevate the podcast? Did we ask for that? And make a little money? You a stripper, bitch?
Ain't nobody gonna pay to see that.
You doing something strange for a piece of change?
Put the money back on.
Make a little money from who?
At the same time, because that's the lie that you told on the podcast when we were on it together. You know, we're trying to change the world one conversation at a time. You know, so that's what we were doing the entire time that we were on the podcast for 14 shows, and some of those shows would go 4 hours, y'all. Have you ever been on a podcast for 4 hours? Some of those shows we did went 4 hours. Can you imagine how much stuff we talked about and unpacked in 4 hours? And we all talked about our past. We talked about our childhood. We talked about how our moms treated us, how our dads treated us. And I told, these liars about how my dad used to beat my ass and used to treat me, kind of bad sometimes.
Kind of bad.
One of the guys wants to ask me if I was a bad kid.
I asked him that if he was a bad kid.
Which he lied about on this video that he put out tonight. Because he tried to say that I didn't answer or I stuttered or something. Bruh, I didn't stutter, none. I was not a bad kid. I told you my dad had a problem. My dad had a mental issue.
Now it's a mental issue.
Now it's a mental issue. He was painting
First he said he was an alcoholic.
He painted his dad as Satan himself. Now he's saying it's a mental issue. So what that's telling me is that he done went and talked to some people and they done threw some more ingredients into his gumbo.
But the thing about it is, if the people on our channel that's been watching this, they already going to know that was a lie, because he said that he remembered his dad sitting there drinking a beer with his legs open when he slammed him on his head, and he woke up hours later.
Well, his face, he said he was stuck to the floor.
Yeah. When he said told him that his dad said his dad was getting on him about something he did at school. He did something at school where he was expelled, which he didn't elaborate on. Which I already know, like I said.
The things that people don't talk about, those be the actions that create the results.
Exactly.
Because he made it seem like he came home and said something happened and his dad just got up and just went for broke.
Yeah.
And the thing about you saying that your dad has mental issues, guess what? More than likely, all of our parents got mental issues. And then I'm not getting racial on it, but you see what color our skin is? We descend from slaves. It's in our DNA. So we got mental issues. Our parents, therefore parents, it's mental issues in everybody. So you like we said, you got to figure it out. You got to figure it out.
Everybody dealing with it in their own.
But now that's something new. Like I said, somebody just put them ingredients in the gumbo and then he's using it.
Said that clearly.
He said it clearly.
And I said I wasn't a bad kid. See, I hate people that lie and leave out parts of conversations. But I'm not going to be the one to tolerate that crap, because I'm going to check it. And this is actually going to be the one and only time that I'm going to address this. That's why I'm doing it all right here. But I'm going to address all this shit right now, because I don't have to lie about nothing. And I don't have to leave nothing out.
You already did, ma'am.
And I don't have to be no follower. I don't have to look in the mirror. I don't have to do no self-evaluation and all that shit, because we do.
You don't have to look in the mirror? You don't have to do self-evaluation? So that means you're going to continue repeating the same thing.
Because she thinks she's perfect.
This is crazy.
She thinks she's perfect.
This is a woman's mindset.
Yeah, she thinks she's perfect.
Because most women, they think everything about them is right. Most women, they act off emotion. And most women, I'm speaking on my experiences with women.
Fast.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. I'm speaking on my experiences with women I've dealt with through my life. They always wanted the last word. They always wanted to say more. They always thought that they were perfect. And they always pointed their fingers and they never accepted accountability. That's the women that I know. This is what he's doing, is acting out those things that I know about. So yeah, this is crazy.
I don't know any straight man like this.
Self-evaluation and all that shit, because we do that every day as humans. We all gotta look in the mirror and check ourselves.
And now he's
we ain't no better than nobody else.
Whoa, she is crazy.
So you definitely can't sit up here with your boyfriend, and try to tell me about looking in the mirror and being a man.
You don't know nothing about it.
You and your boyfriend up here who don't like women, trying to down talk me and trying to bash me. Don't do it. Don't come for me.
Don't come for me. What straight man says that? And she's doing that without
the Zoom meeting that I did with the radio station, nothing but a conversation to take back to my fellas to see if they wanted to do it. He mentioned that when I texted him, I said that I didn't want to make no huge decision without him.
He texted me that.
I don't know how you could mishear that. The only thing I meant by that was...
Because you said it wrong.
I don't want to tell nobody, oh yeah, I'm down with this, and yeah, my boys are down with it, before I ask them.
You never had no say-so to say anything.
Listen to me. I said ask them. Before I ask them, are they interested? I didn't tell them what we're doing.
I'm going to tell y'all, everything that this person is saying right now, they need not even be saying it, because this is them on their own venture. This extracurricular for us, we focused on what we doing. they brought this whole new batch of bullshit in our life about, you know, about another venture. We never said, hey, if you see somebody in the world, make sure you throw your hook and line out and reel them in and let us know. This whole rant is on some bullshit. All right, I'm going. Thanks.
Asked. So I humbled myself. I didn't even agree to anything, which is exactly what I meant.
They did it.
By
That's
I
what.
don't make no huge decision.
I don't mean to keep stopping y'all, but they just say they. Okay. They just say they humbled themselves, right? That's what they're supposed to do from the get
There's
go.
nothing humbling about this closet queen. She's not humble at all.
If they would have humbled themselves at the get go, things would have still been going right.
Yep.
I wouldn't have had to send on 18 paragraph text messages. They called it. This person went beyond their boundaries. They was doing too much. There's
And
no
calling
other
the
way to
show
say it.
theirs.
Yeah, and then if y'all go back to a lot of the shows, they'll say my podcast and not our podcast. If there's anybody should say my, it should be Kev or me. Cause we the originators of this.
And you're the creator of
add-on.
it.
Like, yeah, this
You're
is
the creator
crazy.
of it.
Out there. So that was that, you know, and that was another lie that they said about me, you know, him and his boyfriend, you know, they you know,
She keeps saying that because
trying to double
she's
team me
upset
on the
that she ain't got a
on the
boyfriend.
YouTube show.
That's what it is. She want a boyfriend.
Said I was unprofessional.
Yep.
When nothing was discussed to be unprofessional about. And I don't even know what that part was about. And if y'all haven't...
The unprofessionalism was how you sent me the text message about another venture, and you already know that we're independent, and you trying to take our show to the next level. That's not
Having a Zoom
professionalism.
meeting.
It's insubordination. It's stepping outside of your boundaries. It's just doing too much. That's what your unprofessionalism is. And this, you know, then be quiet.
Video yet? This is gonna make more sense when you go back and look at their video, but they said I was being unprofessional. I have no clue what they're talking about. You know,
Because
and
they're not looking
for
at themselves.
somebody to have known me for over 10 years and was doing my hair for most of those years to all of a sudden, you know, switch sides like this is what the industry is messed up. This is how the industry is messed up.
We're in the industry
So now this is a big person in the industry now.
We're in the industry now.
The industry trying to take them down. They got a platinum record.
Friends will turn on you and your boys and people that you think you know. This is a prime example of it. You know? I haven't even gotten deep into the industry yet, and I'm over here making a rebuttal to some fools on YouTube because they weren't man enough to call me or meet me and discuss it like men face to face. But then they want to say, I got a problem because of how I was raised and my dad probably beat me because I was bad and I had a big mouth and all kind of bullshit, you know? So then you're trying to bring up my past and what I mentioned on the podcast. Now you're telling everybody, you know, shit that we talked about in a healing environment, you know?
We're telling people stuff that was talked about on the podcast, but they already talked about it, right?
In a healing environment.
About how my dad treated me because I was in a safe space. And then you turn around and make a video of it and throw it in my face. Well, it had to be a reason your dad beat your ass. You must have had a big mouth. You must have did something. No, nigga, I ain't do nothing, punk. I didn't do nothing.
We never called him a nigga
All punk.
or a punk.
Until now.
You had
Because
a
she
mental
is.
issue. I don't even know why we had all these discussions. If you're gonna turn around and still throw this stuff up in my face, and then you're gonna put it on YouTube for the world to see, and not even discuss it with me. So what's up, Big Zoid? Hey, what's going on, y'all?
And she's still trying to get shout outs to people.
So basically, I don't know what the unprofessional was. You know, nothing was discussed. He said that. Now, I did say something about fees involved with being on the radio station. When I first sent him a message about it, I mentioned something about fees. I misspoke. And
Now
guess
he
what?
misspoke.
I sent him another text, and I know he got it, because I got it in my sent message.
Okay, so I heard that already, but they say they know I got it. And I
She
assure
probably
you,
sat there and made that other one up while she's sitting
because
there ranting.
I didn't see a text what they about to say.
Well, what else you got on there other than that, though? You showed the boot.
Oh, no, sir. She was potentially prosperity. Oh, I got this one with, when I asked, I said, this current female your next possible perspective option to be in a relationship with? When he called the one the nigga bitch and the nigga lady, and he said, no, sir. She was a potential prospect years ago. A side piece who fell in love, then drastically out of love, if you know what I mean. And this is that text message. This is his response from that.
You might turn that light off again.
Yeah.
That's all part of the ring in there.
This is a mess that we got to make this video. This is just for clarification purposes. But that's his statement.
Go in a little closer because it's too far away. Go down a little bit. Right there.
Okay. And that was his video emoji. And we're going to continue. Thanks, kid.
And I sent it to my mom and my sister, so you can't lie about it, bro.
And
I sent him another message that said, I misspoke, bro. It ain't no fees.
Did you see that?
This is a brand new radio station. They're starting from scratch. They're building their brand from the bottom up, so they're not charging nothing.
That's a lie.
They just want the content. They're trying to put together some credible content for the radio show, and they're not charging nothing.
You see anything like that in there? She's lying.
Free advertisement
She's lying.
on a radio show, going out to thousands and thousands of people.
She is lying.
You don't have to pay a dime.
we stopped talking about that, and I don't see anything here. So how can you say you know I got it when
My
it's
friend
right
Michael
there?
Johnson said, why wouldn't he want free promotion? What's the problem?
Why would he have to say that about me? What story you painting to this person I don't know? Why would he have to mention why wouldn't I want free advertisement? What does he have to do with this? That means he done went ranting. That's what women do. Mm-hmm. A real man would have got in his head and sussed that out
and kept moving.
He went talking to. Well, and then you telling me what this person said. That's instigation. That's like first one hit my hand. That's what that is. And then telling us this man's name and then asking us why would this man. That's messy. Whoever y'all radio people are, y'all got a lot on y'all hands.
You really do.
Y'all got a lot on y'all hands.
If they mess with her.
Cause he done said all of y'all names, then said the radio station, and then now he's saying what y'all said about me. That's instigation, 101. Y'all got a lot on y'all hands, and better he with y'all than us.
What time is it?
Oh yeah, they might have to.
Yeah.
I'll pause it. We're gonna get to that in a minute. But part of that is not wanting to work with women, and because there's a.
So I'm gonna let it keep playing. You want to do that so it'll be less by the time you.
Yeah.
You want to hit everything? Or?
No, you can go ahead on it and address her.
Okay.
Come on, girl.
Works at the radio station. He already showed no interest. Plus the fact that he wanted to do his podcast on his own, run everything on his own, and like I said before, not bump heads with anybody else, and because people can manipulate and cause conflict and all this other stuff, but it's like, bruh, they're not doing anything but promoting the show. There's nothing they could put their hand in. And you're such a businessman that you can't even think. You're such an adult, and I gotta look in the mirror so much that I'm talking to professionals who are already doing this, who know way more than you, bro. So
But what you have to realize with all of that, sir, ma'am, what you have to realize that everything that you're saying right now is a whole bunch of hot air. Everything that you're saying, I'm not interested in because we're doing an independent show. If we want free advertising now, whatever you're talking about, we will go out there and do that ourselves. We will go and solicit wherever we are. We will go do all of that footwork on our own. We never asked you to do any of that. You're doing too much. You're doing too much. You are doing too much. I mean, I can't say it no other way.
Like a fool right now.
The insults.
I'm talking to people that know way more than you.
That's fine.
They're not doing anything to change your podcast. All they're doing is promoting it on the radio station. And since they know me, and they've known me for over 15 years, they're not charging a dime for the promotion. Psh, come on, man.
So why don't you just start your own podcast? Why are you trying to put this pressure on us? Why are you trying to put this pressure on us? You know how we are. You know how we live. You know so much about us. You've been knowing us since 2008. We're independent. We're free. We do what we do. You are the one that's always been fascinated with things being for free. That's not us. We don't need free advertising from somebody. We doing this brick by brick, just like we did the shops that we own. It was all brick by brick, but you would know if you had a business mind or entrepreneurship in your blood, you would know that.
Anyway, because he mentioned that in his podcast, in his YouTube video too. You know, that I said it was fees for the radio station. Bruh, I told you I misspoke when I said that. I told him it wasn't any fees, and I told him that it ain't no females in charge of anything. And I shouldn't even had to explain all that. You know, that was my fault for even backtracking and saying that crap. Like I'm scared.
You shouldn't have to explain anything because it's not a thing that we were interested in hearing. You doing too much.
Speak up for myself or something. Like I'm some kind of coward.
I never said
but
that.
I said there's no fees involved and there's no woman in charge of anything. The owner is a man. You got a female co-host, you got a female DJ, you got a female talk show host. It's a legit real radio station about to go up. And still, you know,
you didn't miss anything.
No response. And this is when he went ghost. You know, when I said all these remarks that I'm saying now, I didn't get no reply.
Cause look at it. What did he
But
say?
then come to find out that he was just thinking about it.
How do you give somebody a reply when they come in all these different ways? You ain't missed nothing.
It sounded weird, and that sounds funny. It sounds like he's making moves behind my back. So then they went and made another podcast called Freedom Stars After Dark. You know, didn't tell me shit.
Well,
you know, but then think that I'm still part of the show that they had before that. Okay. Whatever. Nobody's stupid over there, bro. You know, we talk about a lot on the podcast about our upbringing and our childhood, but we're men now. Nobody's stupid right now. We're not a kid now. I'm not 14, 17, or 19 right now.
Sure?
You sure don't look it.
We're adults.
Definitely don't
like I'm going to get to in a minute, because he tried to say that a couple of times through the text message about how adults, you know, wouldn't do this and grown people wouldn't do that, trying to insinuate, you know, that I'm doing something stupid or something. Anyway.
And you did that in his face.
So yeah, there's no fees for the radio station. It's free promotion.
He said that all that, and you said that right in his face. He didn't address any of that then.
Called me.
He had to get this thing here.
And I think they mentioned something about me being a sidekick.
7 days or 8 days later.
What you saying?
I said he made this 7 to 8 days after all the text y'all went back and forth with?
Yeah, I don't even know. This is just a mess that this person took time out of their life to do this.
Well, they could have been out there doing his DoorDash.
Yeah, making your $100 an hour.
For me, I mentioned something in not in confidence because it was during the podcast, but I mentioned something during a heartfelt moment about feeling like a sidekick sometimes, because sometimes I don't always take control of a situation.
That's what he said he is.
That wasn't a heartfelt moment.
He said that's what he know he is. He's a sidekick.
He described, that was a description.
Yeah, description of himself. Yeah. So that's a big lie.
It wasn't like, oh, you know, sometimes I'm a sidekick. Like, it was like, it was the explanation of that's how they are.
Everybody can't be a superhero.
Yeah. Man, this is crazy.
An action in public. But whoever does take action, I will back them up. I will.
You're not backing them up, you're following them. It's a difference.
Big difference.
It's a difference.
Be a good follower. Because I'm a damn good listener. And I'm not finna backtrack, backtalk, nothing about that. I'm an excellent goddamn listener. And I'm a great follower. Every leader needs a great follower. Everybody can't lead, bruh. Everybody ain't built to lead. You might think you can lead because you're doing everything by yourself.
So now I'm doing
but that
it by
don't make you no
myself.
leader, bruh. Just because I stay in the house and do everything on my own and don't ask for help, that don't make me no damn
He
leader.
don't ask for help.
That
His
just means
mom
I
and
can't
dad
work well
helping
with
him.
others.
Sorry
Or don't
ass.
nobody like me. Don't nobody want to play with me. So I gotta be by myself. So miss me with that bullshit.
He's
You know? But they tried to say in their YouTube video that I admitted to being a sidekick. I'm just a sidekick.
You admit,
You
you
know, and then
said
they tried
it,
to
you
allude
idiot.
that
You
that
dodo
might be
bird.
something I need therapy for. Because, I mean, bro,
We
who
said
wants
he
to be a
need therapy for-
sidekick? And that's not what I said, you know?
You said
We
you are a
never said
sidekick,
he
you dodo
need-
bird.
We never said he needed therapy for being a sidekick. Hey. Who need therapy for being a sidekick? Batman and Robin? Is Yogi and Boo Boo? Like, what the fuck is this? Like, we said he need therapy for being a sidekick. Oh, man. What's that super girl and whatever, Daffy Duck and Bugs Bunny? Like, what the hell?
Paraphrase shit that I actually said
Oh my
because you're trying to hurry up and get the lie out so you can record your funky ass video. But I never said
Oh,
I
she's
would
so jealous.
choose to be anybody's
What-
sidekick.
what did you
I
call
don't
it?
go around saying, can I
What
be
was that? What you said?
Dodo bird.
No, jealous.
Jealous.
Your funky ass video. Nah, our video funky. Thank you. Thank you for the funk.
sidekick? But what I did say, and I still say that, and I'm standing 10 toes down on it, I might not initiate action first. But if somebody does, and I like what they're doing, I'm gonna help them. And I'm gonna be this goddamn right-hand man that they know. I'm gonna help that person.
He's
So
saying
that,
it for them.
that don't make me no
He didn't do
sidekick.
nothing to help us.
You know, that
Not
don't
a
make me no
thing.
follower. You know, I mean, technically, you know, I'm helping out, but, you know, when you're trying to define my manhood and you're trying to make a joke about it,
I know.
that's where it's a problem.
Who's trying to define this
And as a
manhood?
gay misogynist, you know,
A gay misogynist
how
now.
you gonna talk about somebody's manhood?
Okay, so we're gay misogynists, so I guess we are toxic masculinity too.
Yeah.
I guess we toxic masculinity too, so okay.
She
Okay.
is something else.
Gay misogynist
Your
now.
follower, you know, when you can't even speak up for yourself without asking your boyfriend, what should I do? Should I say this? Should I say that? Come on, man. Miss me with that, man. I'm speaking for myself. I'm speaking up to two people who are talking crap about me in the
He's
video. And it's just
speaking up
me.
to us.
And I'm not
He's
blaming
speaking up to our
nobody for
phone.
nothing.
We got this later after
You know?
after she
So
did
make
this.
make
She
this
is-
clear. This
Who
is
the
my
fuck is throwing
disclaimer.
a dis-
I'm not
crazy-
saying that it's all their fault and everything is wrong with them and they did everything wrong. I'm not saying none of that. I'm just telling you the facts and I'm telling you how I feel.
The
The
facts.
facts. It's dizzy.
So you can
fraud.
surmise what I did wrong too. It don't matter to me. I'm just telling you what happened and I'm stating the facts. I'm stating my rebuttal from the video they made and from the text messages that I got from one of the co-hosts. So, you know, never called myself a sidekick, so that was a lie that they
That's
brought
a
up.
big lie. This dumbass
Yeah.
thing. She out of her own mouth. She said sidekick. That I repeated what she
He kept
said.
mentioning over and over again, like a female. You know,
She's
I'm
a
sorry, I don't mean anything, no disrespect to females when I say this.
Yeah.
What did
He
that-
kept saying
It
over and
slipped.
over again about me only tipping him $5 when he braided my hair.
Because she's a
Um,
cheap bitch.
Let me make sure I read this whole message before I address this. Mention not tipping for hair when I
This
gave
is
him
a lot to
$5
keep
for
going
tip
on with.
because he wasn't man enough to ask me for what he wanted. So, yeah. Basically, he wasn't man enough to ask me for whatever amount that he thought he deserved, because maybe he doesn't know what he deserves. Maybe he doesn't believe in himself. Maybe he
You
doesn't
don't
think
believe in
he's good enough
yourself,
to
girl.
ask for
You're
a
the
lot of
one
money.
that's in. And look at the rings around her eyes. She's the one depressed.
Let me explain something. If this person sees this video, whether I believe in myself or not, I ran hair salon for 20 years.
And she came to you for 10.
Whether I believe in myself or not, check the action. You know what I'm saying? And that this talk need to be.
I was in context. He braids my hair all the time. Well, I have locks.
Braid and style. Don't leave something out. It's not just braids, it's braid and style.
Color.
He used to twist it all the time.
So let me tell y'all, it's not just braid and style. It's like I said, the Beijing hair color, because the majority of that bitch hair is gray. And I love gray hair, as y'all can see.
And rocking it well.
Then, thank you, Kev. Then the shampoo, then the condition, then the retwist, then the hair got to dry, then you style the hair. Sometimes maybe a hair, there was times that I do recall doing the haircut as well, around the sides, you know, then the edge up. But like I said, this person has another barber, which I have no problem with, because that's the last time I got to see your moogly face. But hold on.
Twisted. It was a wash, and
she's in depression.
if it was a color, I had color, but it
rings around
was
her
a
eyes.
wash,
She
and
just
the
said at
conditioner
night
and
she
retwist. You know, it wasn't no sink.
There wasn't no sink.
It wasn't even no sink involved. This man had jugs of water, and he would pour jugs of water on your head to rinse your head out.
So where the water going at, you idiot?
Get it however you gotta get it,
Where's the
but
water
I'm
going
just
on the
saying.
floor? So you standing working with water, with gallons of water you pouring on the floor.
Yeah.
So where the water's going at?
Y'all, as I said in episode 3 of Freedom Styles After Dark, I have a portable sink. I say, man, Kev, we live a lot of places, so why would I fixate a shampoo sink on somebody's wall when I told y'all we live different places? I have a portable sink. If I'm pouring jugs of water in his head, where is that water going to, like you just
on the
said?
floor.
With
Where's
a
the
portable
clothes again?
sink, I'll get it, open the back. With a portable sink, I don't know who all know about portable sinks, but
The only person would know that was the hairstylist.
hairstylist. So for where your water can come from, you can put your portable sink near a sink, a regular kitchen sink, bathroom sink, whatever kind of industrial sink, janitor sink, whatever sink, and you can attach that shampoo hose that y'all know that go on there, and then it's got the little circle thing with the hose where the water comes through, right? You can do it that way.
Or
Some people use the water hose.
Yeah, we're going to elaborate
Yeah.
with the hot water connection to your main water source. You can splice it, but you didn't go through all that splicing. The easiest way to do that is
Old
to have
school.
your own cold water source and your own hot water source.
Yeah, so all I
and
do-
pour it into your portable sink, and it drains into a 5-gallon bucket, which you can dispose of.
It was old school.
And she had no problem with that.
Never
We've
complained.
been back here from California for 5 years, and we had no problem with doing that.
Never complained. And so now this was a problem?
Because she's upset.
Yeah, so people need to think that a man would have they would have test all this out in their head before just ranting like this. But
So I guess instead of her being in her room crying, she decided to take all that energy, her depression, and make this video.
Which was unconstructive. Like, this is just nonsense.
How much time we already went through this?
We almost at an hour, so.
So who wants to do a whole hour, another hour?
You've been doing
We ain't
that
gotta
for
do a
how
whole hour.
many years? And you don't even have a sink to use? But that's,
And
not
then-
trying to pick on anybody, but
Hey,
Girl,
y'all, I would
please.
show y'all the sink. I don't even feel
Not
like
only
going through
that,
all that.
Well, you've been doing hair. This shows that this idiot, this dodo bird, talking about you've been doing hair for so long. Yeah, this is 5 years later after you done close your shops.
Where
You're
there
doing
was
your,
sink
you
bowls
doing
as
hair
well.
you're doing hair from your
Wherever
house.
we live, yeah.
Or if you was in a hotel, you're doing hair
Hotel,
there.
extended
So
stay,
right now,
apartment, house,
this closet
basement.
queen is just ranting like a
A maniac. This don't make any sense. And trying to make me seem small. And this is a lot. Like
well,
I
she's
told
mad
y'all.
that you wouldn't do her hair. Didn't want to do
That's
her
what
hair.
and that part is coming up too. And you're gonna trip when you hear that.
to look in the mirror and see where you stand as far as a businessman goes and maybe invest in a sink. I don't know, but we playing
Yeah,
tit
you
for
don't
tat.
know.
I'm just doing the tat and then I'm done. So, but
broke,
one
busted
day
ass down,
after one of the podcast
Uber
shows,
Eats drop.
I said, braid my hair back. And I said that a couple of times after different shows. I believe 5 shows.
Probably
now
five
he's
different
saying,
shows.
now
I
he's saying
said,
5 shows.
you
So
know,
she know
braid
what
my
she
hair
was
back.
doing.
And it'd be like this. It would be
She know what
loose
her broke,
hanging.
and she know,
And I might say, put it in a pony.
she know what her broke ass was doing.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
she know it was 5 shows.
And it was not just one way, it was different styles. So,
Yeah, she know what her broke ass was doing.
Yeah.
Braid it back. Give me 2 braids. Give me 1 braid. You know, just to get it out of my face. I would just say
Out of her
braid it back.
face.
And I would tell him that after we did the podcast because, you know, maybe I wanted my hair out for the podcast, but then when it was done, I wanted it back up for work. So I tell him to braid it up. Now, mind you, he's done this 5 or 6 times.
Okay, now it's
You know,
5 or
just braid it
6
in a
times.
ponytail.
So she knows.
It
She
was
knows.
this time.
6th or 7th time,
Wow.
I was like, yeah, just give me 1 ponytail straight up the back. And it took him maybe 3 minutes.
3 minutes.
3 minutes.
3 minutes.
Wow.
Because all he did was braid it.
3
You know,
minutes.
straight back.
Wow, I'm really
1
fast.
ponytail. Took him like 3 minutes. And then I was like,
I didn't know I was
you
that
know,
fast.
see y'all next week. You know, I'm going home, driving home, you know, an hour to the house because it took me an hour to get there.
After
So
we
I'm
done stood
driving
around.
home, halfway home, I get a text.
After
Hey.
we done stood around for about 30 minutes talking. So yeah.
And then the final time that you did her hair.
Yeah. That's the text.
You think you can give me a tip, you know, for me braiding your hair? Because, you know, I work with my hands, you know, I make my money with my hands, you know, and you DoorDash, so I know you understand if I charge to braid your hair, because if I ask you for a ride,
That's not a charge, you done little twit.
It's a tip.
That's a tip. And you said that first, and you're gonna say a charge.
And then changing it.
You charge what, $25, $45? All depends on the length of hair and how much time it takes.
Yeah, y'all, the price that I charge this thing too is not nothing big. It's no major price. So none of this shouldn't even be. Yeah,
Fucking dodo bird.
they gonna talk about that too. What?
you're not going to do it for free. And it was something stupid like that because,
You're
first of all,
stupid,
bro,
you. Who gonna ask a barber for something free? And that's what exactly what her little broken ass did. Oh, bust ass. She expected something free every time she bring her little pot belly ass over here and sit down for you to do her hair. She expected it to be free, and then she got mad because you confronted her on it.
This is crazy.
power from you. So how the hell and when the hell would you ever ask me for a ride when I live an hour away from you and you and your boyfriend each have a car?
Yeah, a car that we purchased ourselves. Our mom and our dad, we didn't need any help from them to get it. We got it ourselves on our own merit. And he knows nothing about that. Mommy helped him, and mommy and daddy helped him get a car at 54 years old and him driving for Uber Eats.
And if I live an hour away from you, why would you ever ask me for a ride? So that was already stupid anyway. But besides that, the small miscommunication between us, and this could be my fault, if it is my fault, but the small miscommunication is I thought
not accepting
that if I drove an hour to his house
Listen to
every
this.
week and sat up on that show for 3 to 4 hours and talked, still not making any money yet, because you know on YouTube you gotta have like 4,000 watch hours to be monetized, and we didn't even have 2,000 yet, so we're nowhere near getting paid. So I'm coming up here and I'm using gas.
And that's our page. The amount of time that we've made on our show has nothing to do with the podcast. The podcast
Exactly.
just started adding on to that.
You know, I had to explain that through the text messages because
She's an idiot.
let me tell y'all something. When YouTube, they give you analytical updates about various things, right? So I had gave him a message, and sometimes I used to send him screenshots of things. He took it upon himself to make a YouTube short and say that the podcast has 2,000 views. That's not true.
Our page.
And I sent him a text message and I told him that was inaccurate. Because, this shit is crazy. This is just crazy.
Using my time because I do DoorDash. And let me mention that real quick too, because that was another lie that he said. He said that I told him by coming to do this podcast driving an hour and sitting for 4 hours and then driving home an hour,
No, let it play.
then I'm missing a lot of money. I'm missing like $100 an hour. Now, everybody just stop for a minute and I want everybody to just stop and think for a minute. And I want you to try to help me understand how anybody who breathes air, who lives on Earth, is working anywhere that pays them $100 an hour.
There's a lot of people make $100 an hour.
Okay, think about that for a second. Okay,
therapists make more than $100 an hour.
What pays you $100 an hour? You got that in your head? Now, why would you not do that and get $100 an hour?
And that's what you told his dumb ass.
But you'll drive to somebody's house an hour away and do a 4-hour podcast.
And not get any money.
And then get back home, tired as hell, hungry as hell.
And his fat ass ate on our
using up more gas in your car. And then you're still gonna try to work after that.
He's
lazy. But then you're already tired after that.
He's lazy because he could have worked before it.
Yeah, I done worked and I'm sitting right now tired from work after my hard day's work.
So y'all, what he's talking about now, this is what happened. I'm not gonna read it all. Okay, this is what it said. I said, this is the middle again. I said, you've been missing time from work, question mark, question mark, question mark. You never mentioned that as responsible adults, we never let the podcast interfere with our income until the podcast will be our main source of income. Survival always first. I thought that it was therapy for you because you say you didn't have anything else going on and you be depressed at home. I'll make sure that I have no appointment scheduled when it's showtime, and Kev does the show when tired after he gets off work, which is what Kev just said. Even when we have errands, chores, yard work to do, etc., we still put those things before the podcast. We definitely don't want you missing time from work or losing out on gasoline. You never mentioned any of this. If so, we would have just did the show ourselves because it sounds like you've been through a lot. This is his response, and we'll go back to that. Oh no! Exclamation point, laughy face. That's why I mentioned the hair braiding thing. I thought was a favor for a favor thing because I was driving 2 hours and podcasting 3 to 4 hours, missing DoorDash money. Remember you said I drive for a living, question mark. Yeah, every hour I'm not at DoorDash.
Show that.
Okay. Yeah, I definitely will. Every hour I'm not at DoorDash, I lose like $100. So that was just a selfless sacrifice I made to miss work in order to do the podcast because I believe in it. So definitely as an adult, putting survival and my family first, which is not a thing I have ever known him to do. Just me getting off of the text. I still have an obligation to chase my dream and believe in me. No biggie. We just got our wires crossed and should have been said something. IDK why I didn't. I don't know why I didn't. Because I assumed if you wanted a tip for braiding, you would have mentioned it. Because although I had no problem tipping in the end, I just assumed you thought since I missed money to do the podcast, the braiding was complimentary. Oops, laughy face. More water under the bridge.
All that
So for him to be this angry now with all these laughy faces, then so that's cool. The podcast is therapy. That's one of the reasons I do it, but I'm definitely looking for a regular stationary work. I'm definitely looking for regular stationary work because driving is killing me. I have interviews set up, just waiting to get hired. Where is that at? Okay, let me turn this light off. This is crazy that we gotta do this. Hold on, y'all.
It's Closet Queen.
What we at about the $100? Okay, y'all. I'm gonna try to hold it there as long as I can.
Can you see it?
Yeah. Hopefully this clear.
Yeah, hold it still though when you put it.
Yeah, okay, here we go. Hopefully that's clear for y'all to see.
The only thing I do is freeze it and then they can read it.
Yeah. But this is showing y'all that this person is a liar and a misogynist. Everything that this person saying about me, they're acting it out. So this is deflection.
They're jealous. They're full of jealousy and lies. And it's just crazy. This thing is ranting on this long.
We didn't need nobody like this.
Running around in circles, saying things and tripping over their own words and making up lies.
We didn't need nobody like this on our team.
No. She's confused and She's a
He
bum.
also said that he don't know what time I started working before the podcast.
She's a bum. Her wife is home taking care of the household while he's sitting up talking about her and wasting time when he could have been out working. And if he makes $100 off of DoorDash, which he's just
He could
said
have
that
been
he
working
did.
before the podcast.
Yeah. But it's
and then-
obvious that he don't make that much money doing DoorDash because he just said it to himself, even though it sounds stupid, him repeating what you said to him. He know how stupid it sounds.
Nigga, it don't matter.
What did he just
I
call
work
me?
when I want to work, just like you do.
He work when he want to work.
So it
So that shows you,
He just called me a nigga again.
not only that, it shows what kind of man he is because his wife is home taking care of the household. He said he worked when he want to work.
A real
So
man
he's
of his
pushing
family.
responsibility onto his wife.
A real man that take care of his family wouldn't say I work when I want unless he making $100 an
Yeah,
hour.
and his wife just had a stroke. So that means that he don't care about his wife's condition if he's working when he want to work. So for 14 episodes, he done came over to our podcast and set up for 3 hours, 4 hours without making a dime and then going back
and
home.
bashing his wife.
Bashing his wife and going home and making it seem like he done did so much.
She probably doing the podcast. She probably thought he was doing dashing while he was doing the
He
podcast.
probably lied to her.
Cause yeah, he is a liar. This is crazy.
I go to work. And just like he also said, I got a family. You damn right. I got a kid too. I have a family. So you don't worry about when I go to work and when I do the podcast. You know, that's my decision. But I still drove an hour there, sat for 4 hours, and drove an hour back. And to go back to that idiotic ass statement that I just made, there's no platform on earth where DoorDash will pay anybody $100 an hour.
So now he went back.
I said within a 5-hour period.
Now he changed it.
5
Yeah,
hours.
I'm not
They
doing DoorDash.
They can pause that and read it.
I'm
In
missing
5
like
hours, he never
$100.
came up out
And
of
He
what I
it.
said
said
two
was,
things. He said
if I
two
drive an
things.
hour and I sit somewhere for 4 hours and then I drive home an hour, that's 6 hours that I missed. And when I said that 6 hours that I missed, I said that's $100 that I missed.
He said two things, two separate different things. So check this out too. He also said that he do DoorDash during the late hours. So when we did the podcast, that was done from the afternoon to the evening. He said he be doing DoorDash like midnight and all them type of hours. So you see how this person lying?
He's a big
They
liar.
making it seem like doing the podcast was keeping them from doing DoorDash. Like, I'm supposed to be doing DoorDash right now. He already said it be in them, when you know the twilight hours. Yeah.
He's a big
And
fat
it's times
phony.
he said they made it home for something in the AM.
Yeah, it's a big fat phone.
This shit is crazy, man. He
Big
didn't
fat
need
liar,
to be. He
big
didn't
fat
need to be
phone.
with us. He didn't need to be with us. What's his name?
He's a big fat liar, a big fat phony.
That's what came out of my mouth.
The Family Guy they call
Or on the,
what was
Peter.
it? Peter, a big fat phony. He's a big fat phony and a big fat liar.
That is crazy.
I said whatever
And the closet
it was.
queen.
I said that's $100 that I missed. And somehow this adult male said, you make $100 an hour from DoorDashing and you came here to do a free podcast?
That's right. That's what
Oh,
you said,
no.
you idiot.
No responsible adult would ever do that.
That's
You know,
right,
then he
you
tried to
idiot.
start, taking jabs at me. But then he's jabbing because of his own,
Yeah, he
idiot ass talking because
Now I'm an idiot.
bruh, if I made $100 an hour just door dashing, I would not be anywhere near anybody's boring ass podcast.
Now it's
Just sitting
boring.
down
Okay,
for
so
4 hours
everyone's
talking.
boring. Why did he have his fat ass on the show
For 14 episodes, and it was boring. Y'all hear this?
3 to 4 hours at a time.
Wow.
So it was boring. It was boring because his fat ass.
Wow.
So why would he be on the show for 14 episodes? 14 and then want to elevate it.
All I can
Want to
say,
elevate it by taking it to a radio station.
their radio station don't know
See
what
how
they
much of
got
a
on
liar
their
and
hands.
confused, twisted mind this queen has?
I want to get to the part where he talked ill about your deceased parents. This is crazy.
When we're supposed to be hitting key points for 30 or 40 minutes apiece. We're supposed to be talking about
We never
specific
said that.
subjects for a certain amount of time
We never
and then
said
get the hell out of there.
We never
Half
said
the time we were just yapping and talking about everything. One of the other hosts was talking about his entire life and going all around the world when we had one specific topic to talk about. And even the main host would say that his boyfriend was going all around the world and taking too long to talk. But then they want to try to say in their video that I used to overtalk them and used to try to freight train the conversation. And it's like, bruh, it's a fucking podcast. We're all talking. And what grown-ass adult man is going to get mad because another man on a podcast was talking loud and was freight training the conversation? Nigga, you just come in and talk when you want to talk, but you.
So she is
First of all, never got mad.
No, she just said she just said she is so stupid. This is a big dodo bird. She just said that she was talking loud and freight training. She is so. I don't know what she's doing.
We never got mad. Like, this person did not need to be on our crew.
I don't know what she's smoking, what she's doing. But she just was dumb. She put her foot in her mouth every time she run her fat mouth.
This is amazing that this video is.
Wow.
And didn't know what to say to a man. So we had to, take 4 days of complete ghost radio silence and think.
Radio
and
silence?
The whole time I'm up here looking like,
radio.
Damn, what happened?
Watch
it was just
this.
cool just talking a week ago. Now all of a sudden I get this long text message.
A week for 4 days.
About how you don't want to work with nobody else and I should go ahead and do it. God bless you, no love lost. I won't be mad or upset. Go be successful. It's good. It's good for you. It's a win-win for you. Like he talking all this stuff like it's good. Like he happy for me.
Girl, go sit down.
Like I said, I look on YouTube today. You don't look too happy, bro. You look like you got your panties in a bunch a little bit. You don't look really excited about me talking about the radio station that I'm going to be a part of.
She got
that's playing my music.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, whoop. I look like I don't be. I'm sorry, I'm getting jumped. I look like I'm not happy that the radio station gonna be playing his music.
It hadn't even gotten anywhere yet.
Y'all.
He hadn't even got up there. The radio station hadn't even got the podcast, whatever they're doing, hadn't even got off the ground yet. It's November 1st. It November 1st, right?
Yeah, by the launching date, I don't know.
This is October the 10th, October 11th.
Y'all, he said, I'm mad because the radio station gonna be playing his music. I respect all my fellow artists, but the way he said that, like he bragging on his music.
Yeah. She got horrible stage presence.
Baby. She got horrible stage presence. There's only one song that we try to help her bring up. The rest of that, oh, you know what? I'm happy that this happened. Let me tell y'all something. The shop that me and Kev had before we left Georgia to move to the West Coast. During those days, his wife was footing the bill for everything. He did not work. He was fat and sloppy. Okay? So he got on CD Baby, and they got these little packages where you can get CDs printed up. They give you all these different things. So he had all of these CDs, and I've always been supportive of him.
That's right, trying to sell them in the shop.
So yeah, he brought a whole heaping lot of CDs, and I had a display case in the shop, and I put his CDs in the display case, and I was like, well, how much you want to sell them for? First he was like 10. I'm like, I don't know, because that's close to like almost a regular CD. Then we came up with 5. So my customers my customers have always been very supportive people of everything. I have kept those boards that you can pin your business cards, and they could just leave business cards if you do electrician work or whatever, the network. I pitched his CD to tons of my customers, and before purchasing it, they wanted a sample. I put a CD in and I play it, and I bullshit you not. They be like, is this real? Like, am I being punked? I'm like, no, this isn't it. I'm not interested. I'm like, well, we support. They're like, no, I don't like this. This sounds like garbage. They said all kind of things, right? And they said, I'm still pushing for him. So what they would do, they'll just give me $5, and I said, here go the CD. They didn't even want to take the CD, but they said, here go $5, to contribute to him. Yeah. And they left the CD. They hated it that much. I was supportive of him since I've been knowing him, since he's been doing music. I've been that person. I've been there believing him.
Yeah, we went to shows.
We went to all of his shows.
We went to shows.
And let me tell you about this one show. His wife was always paying for everything. We took time, since you want to talk about wasting gas, it was one specific Friday. This was during the time we had one vehicle. Kev got off of work, because Kev would usually get off before me because the shop, my hours vary. Kev picked me up from the shop. We drained our tire. We go home, take a shower, put clothes on, and we leave back out to go to a show that he's doing. This specific show, it required all the artists. You get like they give you certain amount of songs, anywhere from 2 to 4 songs, or however they, do that. But they required a $25 entry fee for you to perform on this stage. It was $25 for all of the artists. Do you know, we pull up at this venue, we pull up in the parking lot, we see his wife out there, we see some other people out there, he's standing out there with his arms folded like a woman, and I'm wondering what's going on. Oh, these motherfuckers trying to charge $25 for us to perform. Duh, if you're trying to get your work on display, everything I'm gonna be for free.
Yeah.
What happened was that
money to make money.
His wife was not willing to pay the $25, so he had to stand on that because he
didn't have
wasn't
$25.
working. Yeah, his wife was paying for everything. So when you want to talk about somebody wasting gas and energy, we did that. You didn't even say you appreciate us for coming out of nothing. He was standing in the parking lot after we found out what was what. We got in our vehicle and you went around and left. Okay, let me tell you something else. Every time he got his hair done, guess who paid for this non-misogynistic person hair? His wife. She paid for his hair. They got in an argument or whatever, and he had to cancel some appointment sometime because she won't pay for his hair. This how he used to do me. Whatever the amount I was charging him on his way there, he would talk me down $5, $6, $7 in my price so that he could stop at McDonald's and get him a breakfast combo meal.
That's why I gained so
he
much
did
weight.
this to me a lot.
That's why I gained so much weight.
Yeah, I dealt with that. You know what I'm saying? And it's messed up for him to say all of these horrible things about me. And all we did was made a video explaining to our viewers what was going on. You know what I'm saying? There's a whole history of how he hasn't been the same way to me that I've been to him. I've been the one sacrificing, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, it's just crazy. This is crazy. And he need to, that people forget.
Yeah.
Or a selective memory.
Yes, that's what it is.
About that. But I tried to bring everybody on there.
We didn't need your help.
Because they're playing music.
That
They're not charging anything. It's free promotion.
Free.
To thousands of people.
Free.
Thousands.
Free.
You know about that.
For free.
We doing our own thing to thousands of people. We're on multiple platforms, not just YouTube.
You mentioned something about not worshiping money, which I said that before.
No, you mentioned that.
And he tried to make it seem like I said I don't worship money, as in
You said that.
I don't like to spend it. He tried to spin it though. It was slick how he tried to spin it, because basically he brought back that $5 thing with the $5 tip that he got and tried to say that I don't worship money, meaning I don't like to spend it. So I like to hold on to it and get everything that I want, that I can get for free.
Yep, that's the person that I know.
So, if I wanted to be petty, basically he's trying to call me a freeloader and trying to get free stuff and not work for what I want, not pay for what I want,
I'm not trying to say that. That's what he said.
Which was also BS. I mean, that's hearsay. I don't even know why that was mentioned on the video, but I don't worship money, as in I'm not chasing money. I'm not holding money over anybody's head.
He just said he not chasing money, y'all. Didn't he just say going to the radio station would be a money opportunity for him?
Yeah.
Okay. Y'all see what's what though? Because we're not gonna look at this whole video. I'm trying to get to this other part.
Bill to keep the lights on.
Oh.
And that's for anybody.
Hold on,
but
let me go
specifically, the people who tried to say, your dad beat your ass, but at least your lights were on. No, fuck them lights.
Hold on. What is that?
Our lights was on, and our water was on, and our gas was on above it. And I might be an idiot, and I'm gonna be a proud idiot. But a lot of stuff I do for the love, and I sacrifice my own shit for the love of things.
He didn't sacrifice anything.
Listen.
That's what I mean by I don't chase money. Because I know money's gonna come.
Because you're white.
Stop mixing my words up and trying to make yourself look good when you look like an idiot with you and your boyfriend double teaming one dude. Trying to say I need to look in the mirror, and then they trying to say that I needed therapy, y'all.
Yes, you do, Kyle.
They trying to go low like that's gonna hurt me. Like y'all need therapy. And I think everybody who's a misogynist and who has gender issues needs therapy. I think they all need to look in the mirror. Cause ain't no race superior over shit. Ain't no race superior over nobody.
But he just said black
Men
over
over women,
black.
women over men, black over white, white, black, Chinese, Russian, whatever nationality you guys are, it ain't no race over nobody. I'm not over anybody on this feed right now.
You definitely not.
We're human.
All of us are human.
We all the same. We all human. Women, men, everybody, every color.
Wow.
We human,
He's just
bro.
finding that out.
Stop with the misogyny.
He's just finding
Stop
that
hating
out.
people just because of their gender.
We hate people. Here, come listen.
You know, and then that worship and money thing is funny because I could say something slick, but you know, I don't worship money and I'm not really cheap, but at the same time, I like to spend money on quality. So, you know.
So he came back to you over and over and over, and he didn't want quality.
He
For
came
10 years?
since 2008, y'all. So yeah, I've been doing bad quality to have hair salon for 20 years. And if you want to talk about quality, you know they say an artist is inspired by their muse, right? If you goddamn doing Planet of the Apes hair, let's start with quality on your mug. Let's start with that. Let's start, since you want to talk about quality of my work. You know Erykah Badu said, what she said, keep in mind I'm an artist and I'm sensitive about my shit. Let's talk about you, big gorilla, bubbly lips. That's what I was working on. Maybe that's what you got.
Yeah.
I was working on what I was working on since you want to talk about
his
quality.
hair, when you styled his hair, he expected his hair to make him look like the person that he wanted his hair
The
styled like.
same McGilla gorilla face. If you want to be nasty.
You remember how he brought up about as he said, men don't do that. How a man will when somebody get out of hair out of your chair and said, can you make my hair? Can you cut my hair like
Yeah,
that?
he know what the hell he was talking about because we went and corrected him. Yeah, I don't know exactly what you said. Yeah, that shit is crazy.
That is what it is, you know. I pay for quality, so
your face,
whatever you're worth, that's what you get.
Whatever your face is worth, that's how you gonna look.
Come on,
They
girl.
also said that they don't have any ill will against me or any ill things to say.
We got something ill to say about you now.
As I mentioned before, you know, they tried to say I was happy being a sidekick.
That's what you
they said. I needed therapy.
That's what you said. That's what you said.
They compared my dad beating.
Then she said this was therapy for her?
Yeah. And then said that there was nothing wrong with us needing therapy, that we can't look at that as a bad thing.
Yeah.
So
then she said this was her therapy, and if she's not here, she's gonna still need therapy somewhere else.
And what she said when she came here was fuck home, fuck work. This is my therapy. This is my job. Those were the words that were said
out of her mouth.
My dad one time, and I ran from him, and I ran in my room and slammed the door.
In your dad's house.
And one of the co-hosts said, "You slammed the door? Bro, you had a door? I didn't even have a door when I was coming up. It was like 7 or 8 of us in the house."
Meaning you had your own room, Missy. You had your own room, Miss, I've had enough of my dad talking to me. Let me run in my room and slam my door.
That's dramatic, honey.
I have no door to slam. You lucky you had a door. But it was all kumbaya and laughter during the podcast. But he told one of his friends that, and his friend said, "Shit, that's something that a punk-ass bitch does."
Complain about.
That sounds like something a little girl would do.
Yep.
Bruh. I'm a child, you stupid nigga. Excuse my language again, but I'm a child.
He's a child.
Scared of my dad and don't know what to do.
He still considers himself a child. He didn't say, I was a child. The ignorance of the mind, ignorance of the heart, the mouth speaks. He didn't say, I was a child. He said, I'm a child. That's what he feels like. That's what he still feels like.
I don't believe he made this video.
And then get in my car and go home
I got him,
and
Steve.
commence to tell everybody, man, these niggas on this podcast are stupid, man. They suck. They're liars. And we've been talking for years, y'all. I'm talking about me and these gentlemen in this podcast.
And he just made another lie. He said he could have gone here and said we're liars, and that's what he just said before the beginning of the show and in the middle of the show. And now he's saying there's something completely opposite.
This thing.
For years. And I could have swore I knew these brothers.
Just like we could have sworn we knew you.
I could have swore up and down I knew who these brothers was, but you never really know if you ain't grow up right next. And I'm learning this shit every day.
You are an ignorant little bastard because you can grow up being right beside somebody and still don't know them. You know of them.
He don't even know himself.
He said that. He's still finding out who he is and getting to learn and love who he is. So yeah, he's so confused and mixed up.
Use your brain.
You don't use yours.
You're a leader, right? You want more than $5 or $10 for a tip? Then ask for that. Know your worth.
That's right. You definitely need to know yours.
Know your worth.
You need to know appreciation.
Before you bash somebody else. Before you gender bash.
Now I'm gender
Know your
bashing him.
worth.
He a woman. Because he's saying I don't like women, right?
Anyway.
Yeah. She is something else.
So yeah, they brought up me talking to my friend about
We
the
almost
show.
finished. I know you're ready to be done with this.
You know,
now.
tried to talk to me about that. And
She's horrible to look at.
oh yeah, and I already mentioned this part. You know, they saying I gotta look in the mirror.
Yeah.
I didn't go back far enough for you to hear that other part, but we'll let it play.
You know,
That's the whole
they're
thing,
taking
like,
shots at me.
No, I'm talking
you
about
know.
when he called your parents, he insulted your
Talking about
parents
the
about their
friends,
life
you know,
bill and
saying
stuff.
that's-
Yeah,
you
it
know,
played through.
I
It
was
is.
a punk bitch when I was a kid. You know, I was acting like a little girl. You know, because this tit for tat was started by them, you know, and they tried to play the victim and say, you know,
We tried to
watch
play
how
the
you
victim.
say everything was our
We
fault.
try to play the victim.
No, you started the tit, so I'm doing the tat. Because I thought we were meeting in person, coward. I thought we were talking in person. I thought somebody was going to call me, or I thought, like you said on the text message, the next time we meet each other, we'll discuss everything in person. That's what you told me on the text.
What was the need of you doing that, meeting her in person when she already said it was a final finale?
Yeah, I think you.
So she ended. Oh, that's what happened. Holding that.
Oh yeah.
She
yeah,
ended
yeah.
it. I was trying to hold it, stop
Nah,
it
you
from flying
fine. You
again.
fine. You're
She
fine.
ended it by saying it was a final finale with her on it.
Yeah, this.
Her
thing
like,
is-
her image, her likeness.
It's all in there, all through there, whatever this thing said.
If you ain't grow up right next, and I'm learning this shit every
Yeah,
day.
that's all.
If you didn't grow up right next to somebody, I'm talking about like y'all was side by side your whole
That's
life.
so
You don't know nobody.
Your whole life? Who grows up like that?
You got
Nobody.
friends.
You meet
got
friends in the
close
world.
friends. You got
Yeah, you grow up with
homeboys.
some, but you meet more friends in the
You
world
got
when you get older.
associates.
And your
But you
your
don't
circle
know
gets
anybody.
smaller when you get
You
older.
don't really know nobody.
This is senseless.
And I don't know if it's the Aquarius in me, but I just have this
Aquarius.
problem
Who cares?
with bonding with people and then
She's
believing
drowning
in
in
that
ignorance.
bond. And I'm thinking that bond trumps everything. It's gonna trump bullshit. It's gonna
They're
trump
not looking
lies.
at themselves.
It's gonna trump miscommunication. I'm thinking, bruh.
Let
if
me
we-
speak on that bond, just in case they see this video. Take it as therapy. Do your notes. Make another video if you want to. But we done with this after this video. Throughout my time of knowing this person, what we're going through with them, they done been through this countlessly with different music groups. And the crazy thing about it is that we treated this person excellent. It's one situation with a music group where they had this person there as a backup singer. And they're supposed to be a lead singer. They got him taking stuff off the van all the instruments, setting the
Setting
stage
it up
up,
and everything.
got him singing background, promising him he gonna get a lead, and it never happened. Then after the show is over, they got him taking the set down, loading it up on the van.
Paying for
These are his words to me about this.
paying for
Then,
repairs.
When the van needs to be repaired, he said they calling him to pay for, which his wife is the one that paid for it, because as we said, she was the breadwinner. Paying for the van, and then he told me that the van wasn't specifically used for music. This was somebody's everyday commute that they go to work in. They pick their child up in daycare in, and he said, we never did anything bad to this guy. You
What
know
about
what I'm
the
saying?
shoes?
Kevin, you know what? It's so much we can talk about.
This idiot. Okay.
Oh my
This person's supposed to be
goodness.
his manager. His manager calls him and says, you know, I'm in
Miami.
I'm in Miami right now. I'm
And
looking
see
at
some shoes. If we said if they weren't in Miami, they was in Atlanta. But the story is correct that they were somewhere and they seen some shoes that would look good on him, and they needed him to send him a certain amount of money so they can get the shoes for him.
He sends them the money, and weeks and so went by and never received the shoes. So the guy got his a pair of shoes on D. Jones.
What I'm saying with all of this is trying to get this person to see that a lot of this is them. The most previous job they had as kitchen help at a child daycare. Get into it with the person that worked back in the kitchen with them. The overseer, manager, supervisor, owner, whoever that higher person is, they send him home. He's home for some time.
He gets into an argument with the cook or the head.
It was a woman, y'all. It was a woman. He got into it with this lover of women. He got into it with a woman, and he said that I want to say, I don't know if it was the owner or the manager that's over everybody.
He cursed her out.
Yeah, he went off.
She thought that they thought he was gonna put it. They were looking at the recording. They thought he was gonna put his hands on. He was gonna put his hands on her.
So he was sent home, until further notice, which they just went ghost on him. And if y'all see the similarities of how I went ghost on him, then he was like, well, shit, they ain't calling this and that. So he hit them up to find out what was what. They fired him by text message. What he needs to realize is that this world does not stop for you. People don't bow down to you. Everything and every way that you think things are supposed to be for people to come in and comply to you, reply to you, respond or whatever, it's not going to happen your way. You old enough to know that.
You are not a diva.
What are you doing that's keeping you in all these situations where you're at odds with so many people? It's because you are a fucking brat. That's what it is. You are a brat. We started this out good, then you start trying to do things your way because you are spoiled and you never like ass whoopings. No child likes ass whoopings. You are a brat, and until you figure that out and you look in the mirror, do self-evaluation and rectify things, you're going to continue to live this way. And what example are you setting for your kids? You needed to hear this from me a long time ago. A long time ago. Even with all of the BS that you've been going through with your wife, because he has 2 kids from 2 separate women. So his oldest son from another woman used to come with him to the shop back in the day. He used to come to that shop and go in on his wife. His son went back and told his wife everything he said. You know what I'm saying? Told him everything he said. And it got ballistic, And if he told her that I said she called me, yes, however she got my number, she called me and she told me a lot of things. We was on the phone for a while. So yeah, it is what it is. But for this non-misogynistic man to be making this video about us, we misogynists, whatever all of the labels, we niggas, we liars, we toxic masculine. I'm saying that on my own. I didn't hear him say that, but misogyny and toxic masculinity should go hand in hand for gay guys. I don't know how all of that puzzly shit go. But yeah, it's just, he doing too much. All he had to do was what he didn't want to do. Show up at the show, sit down, and talk. That's all you had to do.
Or keep your ass out there and work like you should have to provide for your family.
Yeah, don't use
let your wife do everything.
Because you know what he did with him saying he missed all of that money? When he go back home to his wife complaining about us for him not coming through as a man, he's gonna use us as that excuse.
But she gonna know we didn't force him.
She done been dealing with him long enough to know
We
that.
didn't force him to come over here.
Yeah, she done been with him long enough to know who he is and how he tell lies. She know that.
That's why she went looking for a real man.
This is crazy. And
she knows
then
she's dealing with.
he does what a lot of misogynists do because they find women that's going through different issues as far as self-esteem and various things, and they capitalize off of those women. That's what he did.
Yeah, I know that's what he did.
And it's just crazy that you.
And then he was shocked. He was shocked that she went and found somebody other than him, because he had.
This shit is crazy. It's crazy.
Yeah, but that was a blow to his ego.
Because he mentioned that on the show.
Yeah, that was a blow to his ego.
This is crazy.
How he know my car had an oil leak?
This is crazy. The phone like, y'all still playing this garbage.
Crazy. I'm telling
it's almost at the end.
We got a real bond like we claim we do. We should be able to discuss anything and talk anything out. There is no reason for somebody to tell me something and then I go ghost for 4 days because I gotta think about it.
That was a week.
It's not gonna happen the way you want it to happen.
Ladies and gentlemen, if your mama sends you a text message
and
says, do you want some money?
Listen.
Are you gonna take 4 days to think about it?
So you my mama now. Miss Mamas?
Told you, Miss Mamas, yeah.
If your close friend calls you or sends you a text
now you're his close friend.
I need to talk to you about ABC. Are you going to take 4 days to think about it?
Now you're a close friend.
And then on top of that, after the 4 days,
I would rather be a person enemy than his close friend. Are you going to
reply to them on YouTube?
We didn't reply. We didn't reply to him on YouTube. We told our viewers, I done repeated this a lot. Y'all already know what I'm going to say, so I ain't going to even say it. But we didn't never reply to him. We replied. We're addressing this video. This still is not in reply to him. We're addressing this, but yeah, I'm gonna let it do what it do. We almost there.
Who does that? If I text you and I'm talking about you in this,
from where he got that off of our video. Who does that? He used a lot of stuff.
He soaked up a lot of our stuff.
Yeah, he gonna try to use it because he has no character.
Are you going to take 4 days to think about it and text me back? Come on,
loser.
People who I barely know respond to me faster than that.
The daycare didn't do it. You know what I'm saying? He had to hit them back to find out what it was. And they said,
text me back faster than that.
Send him this long text. They come up to the decision that they feel is better for him not to retire. Yeah, this is not new to him. This is not new. It's just the person that he is. Cause this is the thing I'm gonna tell y'all. I'm not finna argue with him. He's not a partner like that.
Type of person he is.
Yeah, I'm not finna argue. And then y'all know arguing it can escalate to other things. We too old for that shit.
Yeah, and
you know what I'm saying?
Look at all this glass around here. Who want him in here?
Yeah.
Who want him in here and explode like some gorilla?
Big ass gorilla just bouncing and breaking shit. Yeah, no.
And then have to put him down.
We're supposed to be a brother.
Tranquilizers.
We're supposed to be a team of brothers. Changing the world one conversation at a time. Healing our trauma through this podcast. And when I mention something to you about an opportunity, you go ghost for 4 days because you don't know where my head is. And you don't know why I would go behind your back and try to talk to a radio station.
Not accepting accountability.
What would I have to go behind your back for?
Tell us.
That's sneaky.
I'm just asking you, do you want to be involved? What do you think?
He asked you if you want to be involved because they're going to launch November the 1st.
What do you think?
He's asking you if you want to be involved.
Automatically send me an 18-paragraph text about your whole life, which, bro, ain't nobody stupid. You went through all of that just to explain your position?
Yes.
Because you was already ready to let me go. Nobody's dumb, man. Stop playing.
Yeah, we already let you go because you already canceled yourself out.
No, she quit. Yeah, she quit. And we let her go.
She canceled herself out. Final finale, you idiot. You
don't even
bird.
say when, because it's a lie. An entire week has passed. Then you said you were going to be busy because your godson was in town, but
Her
you still
feelings got
making
hurt.
podcast videos.
Her feelings got hurt.
This is
So you could
crazy.
have called me 3 days ago. It's Monday, bruh. You done did a show Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday.
We did 4 shows?
She know it
When
all.
did
You
that
still haven't
happen?
called
She
me,
know it
dude.
all.
If,
Nobody called me.
if they said we
Nobody
did 4
told me
shows, y'all,
anything.
we don't know
And
where
now
all
they
of
have
the
a
shows
whole new
at.
Yeah, she know it all.
called Freedom Stars After Dark,
That's the second show.
which has nothing to do with
It
me.
doesn't have anything to do with you.
So when exactly was I coming back?
You wasn't.
You know? Somebody asked.
It was gonna be an
I
episode
would
15,
say
but they
ask
wouldn't
them in
feel
the
about
comments.
it.
Final finale mean final finale.
What
She
specific
canceled herself out.
day
And
were
then
you bringing me back?
Tell the people to
But I
ask
don't
them in
even
the
care,
comments.
because I don't like liars.
This bitch trying
I don't
to drum
talk
up
liars.
some.
I don't want nothing else to do with liars. If you can flip on me that quick in a week, I want nothing to do with you, bro.
Okay, thanks.
That energy has tainted me. It's sickening.
So they're a victim again. We tainted
I
him.
believed in y'all. I trusted y'all. I put my everything in y'all. I skipped work.
She put everything
Because I
up and she
believed in
skipped
that
work.
podcast.
So she's a
Whether it was
54-year-old who neglected work for a podcast
How-
that's not making money.
How
yet.
did they skip work when they already said they'd be working in the late night hours? We never did a show in the late night hours.
But who forced her to do any of this?
Right. This is nuts.
He believed in us. He put his all
It's
in
on me
us.
to be stupid if I want to, but I skipped work for that podcast.
That's what he told his wife. Cause she like, where the money?
For you to flip on me like that and say I need therapy, I need to look in the
He
mirror,
probably was leaving from here going somewhere
I need
else.
to take accountability.
We never know.
Yeah.
I'm not learning nothing from no misogynist.
For 14
I'm not
episodes, you learned a
anything
lot,
from no
man.
liars. Well, I'm gonna learn not to lie to people. I'm gonna learn to be more direct. So I do
And
take
now
that back.
at
I take
54
all that
years
back that
old-
I just said for the past 10 seconds.
At 54
I'm
years
gonna learn
old?
not to lie to people. I'm gonna learn to be more direct. I'm gonna learn
Wow.
to ask questions when I think of the question.
This is a
Because if you don't ask
54-year-old.
questions, you
It's
ain't
not a
gonna know the
16-year-old. She is lost.
You're not gonna get no $15 tip if you ask for $5 or $10.
Okay, well I
Come on,
mean,
man.
I won't ask for anything.
Use your brain.
You don't use yours.
You're a leader, right?
True.
You want more than $5 or $10 for a tip? Then ask for that. Know your worth.
Yeah, that's what you need to do. You need to know yours. Because
Know your worth.
you're a loser. You're a buster.
Before you
a
bash
buster
somebody
ass
else.
loser.
Before you gender bash.
Gender bash.
Know your worth.
I think he just learned these new words online. Gender
Anyway.
bash.
I guess we ain't calling her by her pronouns.
So yeah, they brought up me talking to my friend about the show.
She heard them.
You know, tried to talk to me about that. And oh yeah, and I already mentioned this part, you know, they saying I gotta look in the mirror and
How many times, girl?
you know, they're taking shots at me, you know,
We ain't take no shots. We just said.
talking about their friends, you know, say that's a, you know, I was a punk bitch when I was a kid, you know, I was acting.
Wait, so now they said he was a punk bitch when he was a kid? You never said that.
Because this tit for tat.
Wow.
Was you know, and they tried to play the victim and say,
Now we.
watch how he say everything was our fault. No, you started the tit, so I'm doing the tat. Because I thought we were meeting in person, coward. I thought we were talking in person. I thought somebody was gonna call me, or I thought, like you said on the text message, the next time we meet each other,
Before
We'll
Magilla
discuss
Gorilla
everything
got on the
in
podcast
person.
and said,
that's what you told me on the
final
text.
finale.
It's hard to deal with actresses. It's hard because
But
you don't
your
know
man
when they.
would
You know what I'm
determine
saying?
that was a lie.
It's hard.
She gonna cry on the
Because you
dime. She
never
gonna
texted
cry
me again
on.
after that. You
She
went
said she
straight to
gonna cry
YouTube.
on the Q.
Just like a real leader does. Do everything on video, on YouTube. Respond to a grown man with a video.
Mm.
Okay.
You done?
So yeah,
You done?
yeah, basically, you know, they try to twist what I said, you know, about when I was a kid, you know, and they just lied.
This video was made off emotion,
You
just
know,
clearly.
and I hope y'all are, you know, to the podcasters who I'm talking about, in the Freedom Stars podcast. I hope that y'all really are as spiritual as y'all claim y'all are.
Okay, so wait, liars.
Really
So why is he
heal
claiming?
each
Why is
other.
he asking that question?
Or
We're supposed to be liars, misogynists, and liars.
get some kind of therapy yourself, because as my people have told
Twisting our
me,
words around.
it's good to
His people. Who is his?
let your feelings out
Who is his people?
I have no
and
idea.
get your feelings out in a podcast type environment, but it needs to be an ending to it.
I
There
already
needs
said
to be a
that.
I
resolve.
told you was twisting stuff
Are
around.
you talking
She is really
on the
crazy.
podcast to heal, or are you just talking
And that's what she was doing.
and yapping,
And
and
that's
there
what she
ain't
was
no
doing.
resolve?
She's
and
done
you
that
just
for
She
years.
is so resolved, yeah.
bitching and moaning.
That's all she been doing, bitching and moaning about her
For
dad.
years. First it was the mom that it was going off on. I said, wait, your mom is the example of how
How
wife
women
should be.
supposed to be.
Talking about how women ain't shit. Black women ain't shit.
So black women or all
Except
women?
for the good ones. But then
Wow,
there's
she
none
is
of them
I
that
told
are
you.
just
Right,
this
she
and
stumbled
that.
and put her foot right in her mouth.
Come on, man. And these are all your opinions, right? Because you can say whatever you feel on a podcast, right?
Wow, she is
'Cause it's
This
your
wow.
is a
opinion.
mess.
She is a mess.
But then if I say I don't always take charge, sometimes I follow, you're going
Sometimes.
to turn around and say
Wow, she
that
is so
that makes me the
lost.
sidekick.
She said she was a
And I
sidekick. She
need
said she don't
therapy.
like to take charge. That's what she said in the
Because you guys
beginning of our
grew
first
as
podcast.
leaders by a bunch of women, right? So you learn how to be a leader from a female? Because you said all the men got ran off, right?
Lisa learned how to be a leader.
With no men in the family, it was only women. He said you were raised by your grandma, right?
Yep.
And he was
What you
raised by
got
his
against
mother.
women?
What you got against
Yeah.
him? Yeah, because you was raised. Yeah, he was raised by his mom and his dad. He
And you
wasn't
said
never
dad
there.
wasn't always there.
This dude.
And I already mentioned about, my dad having issues of his own.
All our parents got
So,
issues.
when I used to get my ass beat by my dad, it wasn't because I was a bad kid,
Yeah, because
Nah, he's putting
everything
it back
about
on
it
his
was
dad.
perfect.
You
He's
know,
putting it back on
the-
his dad.
The podcasters tried to say that about me too. Like,
He putting it back on. Now it's back on
you
his
had to do
dad.
something.
He wasn't a
You had to
bad
be running
kid.
your mouth. You were over talking
That's
him.
exactly
You were loud.
exactly what he said was right.
I was 11 and 12 years old.
And
I didn't
that-
even have a voice then.
That don't mean you can't yap and
He
talk
didn't
back.
have a voice. He couldn't speak.
How can
He
I
was mute.
over talk and be loud with somebody that I'm afraid of?
Boy, this is
This what I'm gonna
Still
tell
taking
y'all.
chances at me.
that's a
Then
messed up human being.
I'm gonna say this. Y'all know in the animal kingdom, when they say an animal does certain things when they know that their child not gonna turn out right, humans are animals.
Yep.
Okay.
say that you want your kids to fear you. Well, bruh, I don't. More power to you. You raise your kids the way you see fit.
Okay, so listen. So that was that his wife's child is not his, right? That's his stepchild,
The
right?
first one is, and then they had one together, then he got one.
That's what I'm saying.
and
That
then they
stepchild, and then he said he went into his stepchild's room and
go.
punched
He
his
talked
laptop,
about that. He talked about
punched his,
that.
broke his that child's
He
laptop
talked
screen
about
and
that.
closed it.
So while he
with
blaming
pride.
his dad for something, what have you done to somebody else's
Somebody
child?
else's child. That's
Yeah,
not his child.
while you projecting on us, you done just as much as bad as your dad did. You know what I'm saying?
Worse, because that's somebody else's child.
Yeah, that's
He's
not even
abusing
your
somebody
child.
else's child.
Yeah, this is just crazy.
So
man.
he this guy is all over the place.
And this
He
stuff is in
abused
our
his
podcast.
wife's son and destroyed his wife's son's property, like a child attacking another child.
This is
he
in our-
bullied that child.
That's why I said him making this. It's nonsense because this has been a bunch of bullshit from beginning to we almost at the
Yeah,
end.
he's a big liar. He's a fake, a big phony. He's a
He's
big
an
loser.
actor. He's an actress. That's what he's been doing. And when I said that I liked his energy, that probably wasn't even who he was. Cause look how
Yeah,
this
it's
came out so
representative.
fast.
Yeah.
What brings things out like this is anger,
Jealousy.
alcohol, jealousy. That's what
Drugs.
brings things out. Just drugs. That brings things out fast like that. You know what I'm saying? And I done seen him go through this kind of stuff with a lot of
My
people.
kids to fear me.
That's
'Cause
what those
guess-
big
guess
dark
what?
rings
I'm
around his
gonna raise
eyes.
them right, so they don't have to fear me. They are gonna respect me.
No kids ain't got no
Your
respect
kid
for
does not
him.
have to be afraid of you. And I don't know what makes you think because you want to raise your kids in fear that makes makes
got
you
kids.
right. And me wanting to raise my child knowing how to communicate and have a brain is something punk about that. It's a pussy. I'm
His
being a
son,
pussy.
nobody
I wanna
mentioned anything
talk
about
about
him.
things out
Yeah, nobody mentioned
and
anything about him and his
communicate
kids.
and not
We're
through
talking
fear.
about her.
Why the hell would I want
Didn't
to
mention
raise
her
my
kids, didn't
child
mention her parents. We're
the
talking
same
about
way
her.
that I was in hell with? So I want to go through that same hell again.
So
where I'm
now
gonna
he's
put
in
my child
hell with
through.
his father. His father had a problem,
When I
but he was
know
in
that
hell
it
with his
scarred
father.
me. So why would I do this?
He's
Come on,
victim.
make it make sense, man.
That's a victimized
If everything is supposed to be
mindset.
opinion based in these podcasts, right? Everything is just your opinion. It's a safe space. Say whatever you want, right? Right.
She is so confused.
But this is,
So, yeah,
y'all see, this is
if
why
I
they
wanna
not
blame
here.
my dad for what he did to me 30 years ago, you goddamn right I'm still gonna blame him for it.
Now he said he blamed him for it when before he had a problem.
People do what they want to
And
do.
that wasn't 30
It's up
years
to
ago,
each
it was
person
40
to do
years
what they
ago.
want to do.
Because
That's
he
how
said he
it's
was
going.
11 or 12.
As messed up he is, he's still messed up in the head. He still think he's younger than he
Nobody's
is.
upbringing. You need to worry about how you feel about your own dad and not worry about how I feel about mine or what he did to me. You know, like I said, sweep around your own porch, brother.
And they said clean your house, idiot.
It's my prerogative, you know.
Don't say anything about your porch. They said clean your house, you idiot.
And I had people watching these shows, you know, just to let y'all know. This Freedom Stars podcast, I had grown people watching these shows. My mom was one of them. And my mom has watched almost every show. She's 70 years old.
That's not old.
Right. 7 years
So that's why
young.
I'm making this response. And she don't even know I'm doing this. But she's seen all the videos.
She
So
don't know
she
he's doing
knows,
He just said she's seen almost all the
I'm lying,
videos.
I'm a
Now he says
misogynist.
she's seen all the videos.
you know.
And she knows a liar and a misogynist.
Yeah.
So that means
So
he
she
pulled
been
his
watching-
mama in
yeah.
this.
So she been watching the show with lies and misogyny for 14
But then
episodes.
there's really somebody behind them running the show.
He's speaking for his
you
mom
know,
now.
using them as the mouthpiece in the front because they don't really run anything.
Now he got his mom in this. His mom don't even know us. I don't know her. I never met
I
her.
never met her myself.
But he letting us know, you know, what she said and how she
there are
thinks.
people that are trying to support me and what I'm doing because I talked about the show so much. I talked about it so much.
Well,
that
now
I
he
had
got a
people
radio
actually looking
station
at
to
it.
talk about.
To
So
lie
they know
about.
the real.
Until that goes
And then
wrong.
he's a
And they
victim
see what the
again.
other guy said, and they saw what I said, and they checked me when I said shit that was weird. They checked me too. They would be like, "Now, D, you said this, so you gotta own up to it." But they also said that, so it is what it is. And I'm gonna try to get through these things because I'm
Oh,
tired
she
of talking
ain't
about this
finished
crap.
yet?
I just got
Damn.
a couple more notes to go through, man. And basically, I just want to let them know, you can fear your dad. That's on you and yours, whoever you fear. Just going back to raising your kids with fear, that's up to you. You're
And then again, ma'am, you didn't grow up with your dad. I grew up with mine. You were speaking about how some fathers would want their child to be. And that it shows and said people have said they wanted their child supposed to fear them as a man.
It's just crazy.
You can't tell nobody else how to raise their child.
I never told him how to raise his
So-
kid. I never told him how to raise his kid, y'all.
Say they want to raise their children in fear. I don't.
I never
Period.
spoke on how he should raise his kid.
It is what it
She's
is.
doing all that.
It's all opinions, so it's all good, right?
Shit, something.
Because like I said, I went
I
through shit.
never
was a
spoke on
bad
how he should
child.
raise his kid.
And he's
Like I
not.
said, I
She
explained
is.
my
The
dad
wife
had
is.
mental issues.
Show he's not
And my
there.
mom can attest to that. So,
They was bullying his
she-
mom in here again.
Mom.
I mean, she ain't gonna lie for me on no public platform like that.
This mom ain't interested in being on a
And then
public
she ain't
platform.
even comment on anything publicly
I
anyway.
think people need to learn how to listen, As grown men, we need to learn how to listen and stop passing judgment so much.
Wow.
And
Pass
stop
judgment.
lying about how we really feel,
He's
It'll
speaking,
never take me
he's
days
speaking about
to
himself.
respond to anything that
He's
anybody
really hurt
says to
by
me
that.
because I'm a real man
Wow, she's a.
Do you
I
have
will
to
speak
say
from my
that?
heart
But
and
that
from
lets you
my
know she
brain
ain't.
every time. I don't need days to think of what to say to somebody.
She got
That's a
mad
cop-out and that's coward.
she got mad because you wouldn't speak
It
to her.
don't take days to say nothing
It's too
about
mouthy.
nothing.
Too much going on. Like too
You
much.
hear somebody
going on.
say something, you assess it, you answer it.
Just like the
If
daycare
you need
did.
a couple of hours, if you need overnight, if you need to sleep on it, as they say, that's what you do. But it don't take 4 days to say shit to anybody.
Mad 'cause-
This is crazy.
That's a cop-out, and you already
She
know
got
what
mad
that
'cause you
works,
did
and
not
know who I'm
respond to
talking
her.
So stop playing with me.
This is crazy. There's so much that could have been said, y'all, that didn't get said in this. Yeah, there's so much.
You know.
But yeah, I thought
And I
that
just
was.
want to go back and say, you know, I wasn't over talking those shows, and that's even dumb to talk about anyway.
It wasn't over talking the
podcast,
show?
But,
And she said she was earlier. What she said?
You know,
Oh,
on
over
the
talking
radio
and
shows
free
is
line.
elaborate what I was saying, and you know, everybody got to talk. You know, everybody got to say what they needed to say, and everybody cut everybody off. You know, everybody talked over everybody. You know, and that's the thing that was funny to me. I see people on TV who get a bunch of money over talk each other, and they talk loud, and
So he's trying to be
I
like
mean, it
them.
just is what it is, you know. And they're on TV
She
every
almost done.
week,
How much more time she got?
every month, every year, you know. So
It looked like
to
15
try to
more
complain and
minutes.
say, you know, my co-host took over the conversation. Come on, man. It sounds stupid coming out of my mouth because for me to be a
You're
follower
stupid.
and a sidekick and all that
Buster,
shit,
loser.
how did you let me overtake the conversation by any means?
Being
It's
loud.
your show, right?
We didn't get
You can
loud
take
like
control
that.
of your
Being
own
loud.
show. Like you don't even know how to run a business, but you call yourself a businessman.
We ran a business for 20 years.
Who got
She don't know
shot
anything
that
about
does hair
business. She
around
never
no
had
sink.
anything to run.
But you're a businessman,
Get
right?
back on the shop with no sink.
But you clowned me because as a child, when I was scared to die, I would run from my dad and slam the door. And that made me a punk bitch.
Wow.
But you scared of women though, right? So what that make y'all?
Wow.
Yeah, what does that make y'all? If you scared of women?
Who said we were scared
Anyway.
of women?
They did, yeah.
Talking about her?
They said we scared of, yeah.
She talking about we scared of
Like I
her?
said,
Scared of her, yeah. Scared of boss
I'm just going back
bitches.
over these notes I got.
Scared of big black boss bitches.
With pink
Still
lips.
talking about.
And we know they pink
Okay,
from
they said
not sucking
something
on the
about asking for a
Botox.
tip.
This should have been thought about. And this probably the most views she ever got because
that
of
was,
this
that
negative.
was, you know, him talking shit about me giving him a $5 tip. And that's all he asked for.
She got 45 views. This is probably the most views she ever got her whole YouTube career.
And there had to be a negative rant, a female
And
rant.
then all these
Like 5
views,
hours
he probably shared them with
sitting
45.
through
Well,
the podcast
I done,
and
some of the views come from us because I've seen it before.
You know,
Excuse
wasn't
me. Then
worth,
we seen it now.
like,
And then we
at
seen
least
it
a
in
$5 tip. I don't know,
episode
that's
3.
too stupid for me to even keep going over. 'Cause
I guarantee you this video was
I'm
sent
trying
out
to these
to
notes
people.
now. You know, but they,
You
you
can
know,
stop it
basically
now,
just
then we
being
pretty much can
spiteful.
watch the whole thing.
You know, like a woman would do.
And
You
then
heard
she go
that?
again,
The-
insulting
The
women.
non-misogynist
Yep.
being spiteful like
You
a
know,
woman
saying
would do.
anything, you know, telling me any responsible adult would never let the podcast interfere
Exactly.
with
Look
their
at the one
survival.
Rapunzel hanging.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so basically, you
And
know,
what she's doing?
you trying to tell another grown man to
You remember how grandmothers
go
would
to
get
work
their
and
house?
get some money and not worry about
You can
doing
stop
a
it
free
now. I'm tired of her.
podcast.
Okay,
You gotta try
y'all.
and listen to the whole thing.
It's 12 minutes to spare, but y'all got all of that.
The
Minus
gist of
12
her
minutes.
her ranting.
Yeah, sorry, this had to be the first episode of the first season of Freedom Stars podcast, but yeah, y'all see why this person ain't here right now. So yeah, this was a lot. And yeah, this This is just amazing.
Like,
So-
share, subscribe, and comment, please.
Yeah, what he said. We tired.
Thanks for all the donations and cash apps.
Yep, Kev Upson, $ Kev Upson cash out, $ Stevie Osborne cash out. I'm drained, y'all. This was just dark.
We
energy.
wish if anybody else saw this video other than on this podcast, we hope that this clarified why you saw this grown person run around in circles making rants and putting their foot in their mouth. So half the stuff she said, she turned around and put her foot in her mouth after saying it.
This is crazy. I ain't got nothing else to say. I'm
Yeah.
so drained, though. This was dark energy, though. But yeah, we wanted y'all to see
That's
firsthand.
the reason
well,
why.
hear firsthand.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the reason why she's not on the show anymore. I feel sorry for the radio station if they bring her on that show, because with her using their logo on that podcast filled with negative rants like a child.
That's a representation of them. And
It's
then
a
to
poor
be
representation
saying
of them.
black owned, black
Yeah.
everything. I don't know if the owner want that to be displayed like that, because I'm sure they want all nationalities.
All viewers to listen to their radio.
Yeah, this is a misrepresentation, and I feel sad for that radio station. And if y'all about to pay that person, and since they trying to get all of the black women to unfollow us, any of our subscribers that follow that thing's channel, y'all can feel free to stay or unsubscribe or whatever. But for that YouTube channel that person had for years and years has been like a cemetery. It's been a cemetery.
Until she got with SOKU International.
Yeah, we gave
And
this
SOKU
person life.
International means SOKU International. We're international. We're not just African American. We're international. That means everybody.
Yeah. And we don't look at this as a black owned, a black everything. So yeah, and SOKU stands for Steve Osborne, Kevin Upson International. We everybody, you know what I'm saying?
And any talks we ever had was about the negative responses we got shopping, out in public. There's never been an attack on any woman or lady. We've been talking about females and ratchet females.
Our experiences, because as everybody knows, there's different categorizations of what a woman is. We've been talking about those loud, ratchet, controlling a lot of these new modern day women. That's what we've been talking about. And there's a lot of women that understand this. You know what I'm saying? There's some women that look down on those women.
Mm-hmm. And you can see, even if you read hit the text or listen to the text that Steve read, of how he talks about his wife.
Yeah, he's just, man, and I feel sad for him. And
I feel sorry for the wife, because she had to endure all that. Now she done had a stroke, and she's dependent on him to take care of her. And as he said out of his own mouth, he work when he want to work. And for 14 episodes, 3 and 4 hours, he done came here and neglected work.
No, the thing about it, them wasn't the hours he said he worked.
But still, he could have been working.
He could have been working, making money.
He
Yeah,
could have
but
been out there working.
it seemed like he's trying to blame the podcast for him missing work when he already said that. So technically,
out his own mouth, he said he missed work.
yo, this is what he was supposed to do when he left the podcast. Since he worked those late night hours, that's when he was supposed to go to DoorDash.
Or
after
he should have
left.
went to DoorDash before he came here.
Like you worked before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
So
worked 12
technically-
hours and still did the podcast.
If
3
he-
and 4 hours.
If he wanted to make that work, he could have, but he likes blaming and putting things on other people. Been knowing him since 2008.
He's
and
always the victim.
he's a lazy person and he's a victim. Yeah, he's been. That's what messed up our friendship the first time. In episode 3 of Freedom Stars, After Dark, I explained how our friendship got messed up the first time, because this is the second time we're going through this.
And this be the
Yeah.
last.
This is just
Because
crazy.
he won't be back in this circle.
Yeah, but it could have been, if he would have stayed with us, it would have flourished. Maybe he's gonna do better with the radio station, but I doubt it.
Not starting off like that.
'Cause the track-
He started off with saying their names, have their logo on that podcast with all that negativity.
And he got their logo.
Leaving this state, leaving this
This
podcast.
channel, yeah. He got their logo on his profile on his YouTube page too. It's just there on his YouTube
Wow.
page. So
They
it's
are
like
going to be, they are. I don't think they want any of that. I don't think they want any of that business.
So Yeah, they don't want to suffer none of that business because he's going to make them, they going to go through it. And it don't matter how long he knew them or what positions they got that he knew.
So he knew us for 10 years. He said he knew them for 20 years. So it's going to be worse with them.
Well, technically, if you add all of the numbers up, if he met us in 2008, that's 17 years ago.
Wow.
But remember, the friendship went through the thing.
Yeah, we separated for a while.
Yeah, but yeah, that was 17 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And on that note, again, like, share, subscribe, and comment. Thanks again for all the cash apps, and thanks again for all the donations. We appreciate you so much. And thanks for following us and listening. Please comment and take care.
I got to find our theme song so we can go out. And by the way, y'all, the name of that song that I played on the intro is called Great Minds. That's the song we made. That's the first song we recorded when we made it back to Atlanta from
2019.
California in 2019. Like to hear it? Here you go. That ain't it. Hold on, y'all. Here it comes.
Every great dream begins with a dreamer. Always remember, you have within you the strength, the patience, and the passion to reach for the stars to change the world. Harriet Tubman. A mind is a terrible thing to waste. A mind is a terrible thing to waste. Great mind. So strong. Been through so much. Keep carrying on. Great mind. The struggle is real. Legendary words. It's not here. You can't separate peace from freedom because no one can be at peace unless he has his freedom. Malcolm X. May your choices reflect your hopes, not your fears. Nelson Mandela. Great mind. Soul so strong. Been through so much. Keep carrying on. Great mind. The struggle is real.
We got down
I allow my life's light to be determined by the darkness around me. Sojourner truth. When the power of love overcomes the love of power, the world will know peace. Jimi Hendrix. You can't hold a man down without staying down with him. Booker T. Washington. Every time there's a revolution, it comes from somebody reading a book about revolution. Mike Tyson. You have to decide who you are and force the world to deal with you, and not with this idea of you. James Baldwin. Knowledge makes a man unfit to be a slave. Frederick Douglass. None but ourselves can free our minds. Bob Marley. I say to my brothers and sisters, if nothing else we do, let's be tolerant of each other and share love. Dr. C. Great mind. Soul so strong. Been through so much. Keep carrying on. Great mind. The struggle is real. Legendary words. They're still here. Our lives begin to end the day we become silent about things that matter. Martin Luther King. Everything negative, pressure, challenges is an opportunity for me to rise. Kobe Bryant. Despite everything, no one can dictate to you who you are to other people. Friends, hold fast to dreams, for if dreams die, life is a broken winged bird that cannot fly thanks to humans. Great minds think alike. Each one, teach one.
We know just what we want. We know just what to do. We know we'll do it right. We do it together.
Peace. Thank y'all. We got a tight season for y'all. Stay tuned.
Tuned.